Hello, everyone, and welcome to another speedrun showcase as part of Disability Awareness Month. As a reminder, throughout the month of October, we will be featuring speedruns by disabled speedrunners to help promote awareness of disabilities, disabled gamers, and the Able Gamers Foundation. Today we have a speedrun of Marvel's Spider-Man by Team Malaysia, and as a reminder, if you have a game that you'd like to run as part of Disability Month, just type out !Disability Month in chat. Before we get started, the second wave of registration for HDQ 2020 is still open. We're not quite full yet, so if you've been putting that one off, feel free to go ahead and do that. Tomorrow we've got a run of Shin Megami Tensei at 3 p.m. Eastern. It'll be Shin Megami Tensei number 2, so make sure you tune in for that. And of course, the HDQ 2020 schedule will be live October 16th. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So Team Malaysia, Burke, Maverick, how you both doing? Why don't you give us the quick, 1 minute intro of this game? Because apparently there's a long cutscene we can talk during the start.
Alright, yeah, so I already see a question. Is this the full game? Yes, this will be the full game on New Game Plus. We will start with a 2-minute cutscene, and then we'll just go from there. The timing does start in a weird position, though. There's going to be a loading screen after you hit continue. And when that goes away, that's when we usually start timing.
Yeah, you can just call it out for me and I'll hit the button.
Yeah.
When did we start doing
that? And we got some good movement. There's we're playing on the friendly neighborhood difficulty, which is the easiest difficulty. Minimal combat experience.
A lot of the accessibility options, which will make the game go a lot faster. So we can skip a lot of. We can auto QTEs, which make them go by very fast, and we can skip all the puzzle segments, which would take an extra 20 minutes if we actually had to manually do them.
Yeah, it's kind of Insomniac to actually put those in.
And they actually make it, really convenient for people with actual disabilities to play.
Yep.
All right.
Bonuses.
Are you ready to get started? Get this show on the road?
All right. And let's go.
Yeah, just let me know when to hit time, Burke.
All right.
So tell me about this game. I've heard a lot about it.
Oh, it's my favorite Spider-Man game.
It's my favorite game. It's basically Batman, but the Arkham games, but with Spider-Man. Movement, but the fighting is very weird. It's almost not even a Spider-Man game.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's abrupt. It's abrupt.
Always takes you by surprise.
Yeah, it really does. Sometimes it fakes you out. Sometimes it will disappear for half a second. And then you realize you...
My surprise because it's so loud with it. Go! Oh my God! I'm missing it.
So yeah, like I said, we're going to start off with a 2-minute cutscene. And I'm actually not tired of this cutscene at all.
I am. Done the math, I've watched this cutscene for about 7 or 8 hours now.
Oh yeah, excuse Malaysia's mic, by the way.
I have a terrible mic because I didn't buy a good one.
Alright, so we start off with it showing newspapers from the Daily Bugle. We all know we love the Daily Bugle. Of the villains. And there we go.
All units, level 4.
It's a very nice, just brief characterization.
Yep.
Fisk.
The game is basically broken down into 3 types of things. It is movement, mob combat, and then boss fights. Pretty much exclusively.
Yeah.
Weird movement tech, and probably a lot more weird boss tech. Most of our stuff comes from weird ways to fight bosses. Not difficult, they're pretty routine, but the way we finish them off and really fight them can be pretty
SWAT is 1084 at Fisk
quick,
Tower.
which
All
is the
units
ideal.
stand by. Warrant is en route.
And suit change.
And suit changes. Hopes of new gameplay.
All right.
It's
So I gotta ask, is this your
Yep.
favorite costume?
Yes.
Bert, what about you?
I use the advanced suit, which is the suit you get later on in the game, a couple missions after this.
The one thing I know about this game is there's a ton of suits and everybody has their own favorite.
There's a total of 42 in this game, including DLC suits.
We're at Fisk Tower, but still waiting on the warrant.
So yeah, it is a lot.
Remember seeing the GD2X DLC run where once
Oh, yeah,
the
J-Hobbs.
once the underwear took over, he was just in underwear for the rest of the run.
That's my favorite one to start out with, because when he jumps out the window, it goes from his classic suit right to the suit you have equipped, so he'll just jump right out of the window with his underwear on.
Hello?
Just out of nowhere.
Where are you? We must run through the demonstration at least once before the
It's
Grand
really
Prix
great.
arrives.
Yes. Sorry.
Alright, so just doing movement.
Personal issue. I'll be
We're about to get into our first fight.
Better wrap this up quick than get to my real job.
And since we're playing a friendly neighborhood, enemies take about 1 to 2 hits.
This doesn't look good.
The fact that we're playing on New Game Plus, we still get all the tutorial parts.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh.
still, yeah.
It's unfortunate. I know in some games it cuts those out for New Game Plus, which is really nice.
Some
Fisk has a lot of
got some
guys.
great spawns there.
Yeah, those weren't bad.
Okay, Yuri. All done. What's happening?
And now we have to go help out our police friend.
Yuri!
Okay, so what are we gaining by playing on New Game Plus? Like,
So,
what do we have access to?
I knew.
so in New Game Plus, we have all the gadgets, all of the skills unlocked, which will help us very soon, actually. And we have all the suit powers, suit mods. We just have everything unlocked.
Unlocked and fully upgraded, so you
Yeah.
can usually do a lot of damage with that.
Get more backup and lock down the airspace.
Yuri, you okay?
Oh, let's see if I can actually do this skip first try.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, we are actually starting off with a skip already. Heading into Fisk Tower. And sadly, this will be the only skip in the run.
It was the hardest skip, but we do have a backup skip if I fail.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So instead of heading to go fight these guys, we're just gonna go into this corner and do what's called a blossom clip by shooting the web while aiming and then using the web blossom at the same time to clip out of bounds, because that somehow
Sorry
works.
to break it to you,
Nice.
but you do not got this, buddy.
First try.
and we're just gonna jump on some elevators.
Oh yeah, and
That was the easy part.
Oh, thanks
Yeah.
for the confidence boost, guys.
you actually got a good focus bar tutorial prompt there. Sometimes the tutorial prompt will actually eat your input and you'll just have to reset because you'll just have to jump again. Alright, so
So
now
I'm
we have
gonna
to... Yep, go
Opt
ahead.
into my which gadgets I need for the next fight, because gadgets take time to throw out, and if you put the next two out, you can toggle between them, and so it just makes things a bit more speedy.
Gotta take those shooters out.
Also, yeah, we're back at the lobby and it's deloaded. Because there is a cutscene that happens to where it puts you in the lobby. And then you do another fight, in which puts you into another cutscene, and we're just skipping all of that.
So how much time does this save?
Multiple minutes.
Nice.
And first try!
Nice! The vent clip first try, let's go. And that's the skip right there. Fisk Tower skip.
That skips like 3 cutscenes, some tutorials. Like, it's actually insane how much time that saves.
Yeah, and normally you'd have to like go run up elevators, you have to go to a server room, but yeah, we just don't do that.
I do love the cutscenes with the realistic characters toting guns and then just the cartoony Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
This is a fun contrast.
Okay, room is clear. Bomb squad must be somewhere ahead.
Also, these guys were working with Fisk all along, so we just got to get rid of them real quick.
Ideally quick.
Oh, I don't think you'll get the fast thing.
Guys, but...
Yeah, this is a DLC suit.
Good news is they were Willie's last line of defense.
Right
outside his
this is Spider Clan.
Take him down now.
With pleasure.
Also, you can get in that door really fast by doing that fight really fast. Instead of like waiting for Yuri to talk and then Spider-Man to finish with pleasure, you can just have him say, like,
How is this happening?
what was I actually forget the quote
I'm
now.
the next plan getting kicked in the face. We have
Yeah,
played this game too many
plan
times.
on to plan B, getting kicked in the face, and then you'll just be able to go in early. Also, because friendly neighborhood, first phase of Fisk goes down in 2 hits.
Second phase, we use our shoot powers, so we switch from the blossom, we usually get the crit into the quad damage, so we get to finish bosses off real quick.
You are everything that's wrong with this city.
These cutscenes are cracking me up with the animated suit. It just looks so silly.
The eye animation is amazing with the suit.
You know what to do, man.
And with quad damage, 1,
So it takes only 3 hits.
yeah. And that's the boss fight. That's Fisk. And this would normally be a QTE sequence, but because we have QTE autocompletes on, it will just do everything for us. And it's just a cutscene to us.
Which is, on the whole, very convenient, but also there are like QTEs that you have to like, mash a button, and it will do that much faster than a human reasonably could, so that helps.
So it's like accessibility and speedrunning.
Yeah.
Two of my favorite things.
Yeah, maybe later.
Like I said, Insomniac is really good with their accessibility options in games. And we use the QT autocomplete and the option to skip puzzles, which is also really nice.
The Kingpin is heading to prison.
I probably wouldn't be able to run this game if I had to do puzzles.
Celebrate. Maybe take a vacation.
Alright, so
Way too many
that's
prison
the
books.
first mission down.
We're gonna go to our other job.
Yep.
So tell me about this movement, because I see Team Malaysia doing some, like, multiple web shots, I assume, to speed himself up. How does that work?
Blocks away.
So, being close to the ground and just alternating between the dodge button, which is circle, and then the normal swing, will just propel you really far and
But
fast.
sometimes it gets him into trouble.
For some reason, I don't know why. It just
It helps
does.
that the dodge button will make it so that you can put in another input real fast. So you can throw out your next swing much faster. I think it works, 'cause otherwise it makes no sense.
Also, it's telling him to hold L3 to dive. We don't do that.
If I am diving, I am doing something wrong.
So here's a downside for us right now. Just the loading screens. We're gonna see a
Loading
lot of
screens
them.
do take up a lot of time. Like half an hour of this run is just the loading. We just
That was a
touch
disaster.
an arm and do some really complicated
Bad
puzzles.
shape, little guy.
Yeah, these are the hardest puzzles in the game. And we skipped a cutscene to where we're actually working with Auto Octavius, which is kind of obvious with the Octavius Industries logo.
Night. Okay, need to reroute servo control.
And this is the puzzles getting skipped here?
Yeah.
That's using our big PhD brain.
Peter Parker's so fast, he solves them before you can even see them move.
Good as new.
Or finish talking.
Been testing new materials for the prosthetics. He asked me to review his work if I had time. May as well dig in now.
Lab sections are pretty
Doc was testing a new
plain.
contact
Not a whole
material
lot
for
to
the
do here.
prosthetic.
Not a lot to skip.
Yeah. You just
They're
sit
very
around and
cool,
do
so.
something.
strong, but there's a lot of impedance. Better tell Doc
Good
to keep looking
unwind,
for other
especially
materials.
after some like the more chaotic movement.
Alright. I should...
And next we do some more movement and we get to do a lot more fighting.
Yeah, we're heading to a police district. I don't know where exactly it is on the map. I think it might be Chinatown?
It's Chinatown.
And Yuri's gonna be calling us.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Fisk make it to Rikers yet?
I'm gonna be purposely avoiding doing what's called point launches, which is when you jump onto an item and then obstacle and then jump off of it, because it's technically just like a little bit slower because it's the animation of actually landing on the thing and then jumping. So
For you, Yuri?
you'll be seeing me using that very sparingly unless I screw up and have to do it. You know, possible.
Huh.
Also,
Jameson's got
Right here.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Wonder what my #1 fan
Jonah Jameson is the best thing in this game. Bar none. Unfortunately, this is the only time we get to do it.
Aww.
Yeah. The funny thing is, if you have, if you just have them on while starting the game, it will pull a prompt up saying that you can unsubscribe from J. Jonah Jameson in the settings.
Oh no, why would you do that?
Some people hate fun. People being just annoyingly right.
Let's take a look at this.
Also,
Here we're
during that,
walking
Shifted.
towers, which we will use eventually to fast travel across the map. And I got it. Neat.
yeah, during that screen transition, you're just able to move, and it
Not just a pretty
normally
fast
you'd be
job.
locked into a position here, but because of that, I guess it doesn't take that
Just so you
property
know,
away.
I had to sync up with the tower to fix it. I'm seeing all crime data in the area.
I just gotta jump over
Looks
here
like
well
there's a
before
break-in
the
happening.
game wants me to. And I'm gonna switch my suit power up.
I've got units nearby.
It's like
Don't
Spider-Man
bother. I'm
yeets
on it.
himself off the building.
Yeah.
You know that cutscene?
Yeah, that's a charge jump, which is taken from Spider-Man 2. I believe it uses the same buttons, actually. R2 and X, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the wrong person.
You sure these guys didn't forget their keys?
So yeah, more tutorials.
Then I guess let the suit power just do my job for me. Point launches, another reason why we don't like them, is that they're not always the most accurate thing.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing an assault.
So sometimes they'll just lock onto the wrong
So
thing.
you're the snitch.
Back off, creep.
Yep, she's the
And now we have to take care of an assault happening.
Like all of these things that we're gonna be doing are in this mission are crimes that you can do during just like free play, doing like free roams. But it's an open world RPG, so this is how you grind out like tokens for upgrades.
Walk away now, or she's dead.
Let me go!
Don't do that because we don't need to, because everything's unlocked already.
Another
That's in the
cutscene.
load.
All clear, man. Should be able to spot the next tower from up there. From his elevated
And then,
position,
one of the best characters,
Spider
Spider
Cop
Cop.
spies his destination. A second surveillance tower.
Which we don't really get to hear after this mission.
Spider Cop?
not.
Question
Yep.
mark?
The chief never did understand.
Already regretting.
Spider Cop is just Spider-Man's very attempt at a Batman voice. Great.
That pretty much sums it up.
I appreciate that so far this
Towers
game
are
is
picking up
embracing
all
the
kinds
silliness
of
of Spider-Man
RFID
while still being
signals
now.
a serious story.
It very much embraces the silliness.
Alright, so now we're introduced to a collectible in the game.
Wild
Backpacks.
from high school. Forgot I attached tracking
What
dots
are
to
you
these.
things that we will find out later in the game.
Did he just like stash equipment around the city in
Wonder how many of these
backpacks?
are
Yep,
around the city.
55 of them.
Oh my god.
It's not real equipment, it's just like backstory.
Gotta rob.
There's so many backpacks that the game literally needed to create a backstory for why they had so many backpacks.
Yeah. Some of them reference to other Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, shoot him!
Like there's a backpack that you can collect that has a thank you drawing of Spidey saving a balloon from a child. Or for a child rather. And that's obviously a reference to Spider-Man 2 again. With the infamous balloon missions.
Alright, Yuri. I'm gonna repair the last Chinatown tower now.
I see that fight got kind of trivialized by one of your gadgets there, it looked like. Which one was that?
Oh yeah, Spider Drones and Spider Bro basically will do the job.
The drones basically just fight for you, so a lot of the times fights we barely punch people.
Oh yeah.
This next fight, I'm gonna punch like 8 people. There's gonna be like 30 people.
Not good. Can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs.
Also, that line
Tools I need
with
for
the 3
suit
chest
repair at
hairs,
the lab.
if you actually have the Undy suit equipped, you will see that he actually has 3 chest hairs on his body. Little attention to detail.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's the little things.
Doctor,
Also, I need to see how you don't get the loading thing there. I get like a loading thing at the basketball courts to where the game will just stop you to have the rest of the city load.
for cleanup?
No, I'm stepping
It might be hardware related.
tomorrow. Short break, then
It's definitely to some extent hardware related. The PS4 Pros don't get it.
Sell that man's optimism.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's left the lab for the day. Good time to work on my suit in private.
Also, PS4 Pro with a solid state drive saves 20 minutes over a normal PS4 without a solid state
Oh my
drive.
god.
Yeah, that's how much loading there is in this game.
I noticed the load at the start of the game seemed to be
Yeah,
abnormally long.
Yeah.
So the PS5 will approximately say like 30 minutes for those of us that run the standard hardware.
So PS4 Pro is like 8 seconds to load something, while PS5 will be 0.83 seconds, which is insane.
That's pretty crazy.
And that will save 34 minutes for us.
Over the Pro or versus
over
PS4?
normal
Okay.
PS4.
I was like that.
Pro would be 14 minutes.
Still an insane amount.
Yeah. And Spidey lied with that line. New suit, same old me. We just have the same suit.
They did remove some of the stuff for like New Game Plus, so like you don't have to craft the suit, new suit there because you already have your suit crafted. So like there were little things that they changed for New Game Plus, but there's also a lot that they didn't.
Oh yeah, some cutscenes aren't actually in the game as well. Like the cutscene heading right into the construction site doesn't happen because it goes into a tutorial of crafting the impact web, which we just used.
Awesome. Doc could be proud. Sleep it off.
So yeah, this is just a fighting section. Which has some weird spawns that happen sometimes, which will actually make this fight really slow for us during some runs. Yeah,
Hopefully.
Yeah, it looks like he got the good spawns.
Yay, good spawns. Fight automatically resets your suit power, so we get to use the massive Spider Bro thing twice, which is really nice.
Yeah. Wave 4 does a tutorial on how to use your suit power.
So make sure you have a suit power just so you can do the tutorial.
Actually, I don't know what happens if you don't have one equipped.
I don't think you can unequip them.
It just resets the availability so you can use it, I mean.
Yeah, so you can, it automatically says, hey, you need to learn how to use this, so here it is again.
Nice.
Also, that mission introduced us to another thing in this game, to where there's gonna be bases around the city that you can go and get rid of. I don't know the exact number.
There's a lot of them. They have all the different factions, have at least like 2 per...
About 2 per district, yeah. I think... Yeah, about 2 per district. Also, another thing introduced, right here.
Time to grab a snapshot.
Pictures.
Ability to take pictures.
That'll do it. Map should be recalibrated now.
It also counts as
Photography since quitting the Bugle.
It also counts as another collectible of going around the city taking pictures of landmarks.
Mr. Lee. Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set.
So what he's heading to right now is a surveillance tower, and that will reveal parts of the map for us, which will help us with fast traveling, which is really helpful because there's like some objectives that are like way too far away. So we get stuff later on that will help us fast travel to that certain location and just save us time.
It's honestly a bummer because the movement is like the best part of this game by far. Fast is fast.
Alright, so here's the first of, I think, 10 waiting segments to where we just wait for the next mission to spawn in.
Those
So
waiting segments, we do like various other things like getting fast travel stuff, but this one's far too short for anything to actually get done.
Yeah, this one's from the landmarking mission being done. This next mission spawns in about a minute 53 seconds after.
Hi, Mr. Muggins. If this is about the rent.
Fortunately, the dialogue in this game is fantastic.
Third and final warning. Eviction proceedings.
Wait, I get paid at the end of the week. I get... Oh.
Eviction proceedings will start Friday unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
So, yep, the landlord just called us.
Getting evicted.
Is this Spider-Man PS4? Yes, it is. This also puts us into a new location called Feast, which is a homeless shelter run by Aunt May and
Mr. Lee's probably
Martin
in the
Lee.
kitchen getting ready for the party.
Most innocent man ever that would never do anything evil at any time.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter.
How nice he was.
What's up?
And during that cutscene, it's Aunt May's birthday,
Voicemail from Yuri.
so they just have a
picture party.
yeah.
Not the best nephew.
Yeah, we got a call from Yuri, so we gotta go. It's also suddenly nighttime.
Yeah, time kind of just shifts around in this game. You at really weird places since you don't really sleep much in this game.
Oh yeah.
Is there the option to sleep to like advanced time and you just never do it, or?
After the game, you're able to change time of day later on, which is really nice. There will be stuff that happens to answer that question for the main story. So yeah, we're just swinging to the next mission, to where we have to go to a Fisk estate sale, which, like Peter says, sounds fun.
Estate sale? Like,
Yeah.
he's dead?
That's
I mean, he's in jail, so
yeah.
they get to auction off his property. So like most of this run, we will be trying to find the most straightforward path to wherever we're going, so we can do the most optimal
units respond. Vehicle
movement.
pursuit in progress. Location is Firehouse on the west side.
Yuri, sit quietly. Better find a back.
Now we get to do stealth tutorials, which we will never ever do again.
Oh yeah, this game has stealth.
We wanted to be Arkham. Most of this game, like the movement and everything, feels organic. The stealth sections feel just like, hey,
Yuri,
Arkham was a game about superheroes. He did really well. Let's do some of that stuff.
Copy that. Sending units your way. Keep the situation from getting worse in the meantime.
Can do.
I distract the guard.
Don't want to alert the others.
And they're here. We do web takedown. We get to do the literally only vent takedown in the main game. That's the only one you can possibly do. There was, I think, one more in the DLC, but otherwise there's just no more vents you take down people in.
Yeah, we also skipped the actual first one in Fisk Tower, right before the server room.
Someone else is here. I swear.
There's still a section in there?
Well, it just tells you that you can do the vent takedown there. Because you can't enter from the front.
Completely forgot about that. It's been so long since I've actually played through all of this.
Hey, what is that?
And now we gotta do our first MJ section. We will be playing as MJ and doing some stealth and investigative things. Hopefully the worst NPC in the game will not screw me over.
Oh yeah, Rose can ruin the run sometimes.
Beautiful. It's a Mifune? Correct.
Right now we're just taking pictures of art, posing
Did
as
you know
a
him well before his arrest? In a
artist, and we're just gonna move Rose right along because she is super slow and takes her time. There we go. That prompt for the picture is very inconsistent.
Yeah, it really is. I think it's... Normally, I'd usually be able to take it like 5 meters away.
Definitely his style.
He loved the duo.
I've never got to figure out what the prompt is for that, for the trigger, because it's not a location that like, you can't be next to her, you can't be too far away, it has to be just right. I have to wiggle around a bit.
Not that I was aware of. Notice the intricate gold inlay on this ceremonial tea set.
It's just...
So now we got more dialogue we have to wait through.
Fisk used art sales to launder stolen goods.
Thankfully, there will be eventually a method of,
I was just
cutting through dialogue.
If you had ever noticed anything...
Until then, we just get her to listen to Rose.
I'm actually running short of time. Why don't we grab the cover photo while we can?
When I told my DA friend I was doing a piece on you, he mentioned your name was familiar.
Just the photo, please. Stand right there.
Are you sure?
Also, something I noticed a while ago about these two signs is that the text for the right sign isn't actually on the sign itself.
Damn it.
Because you can actually clip into this area as Spidey and knock over these signs.
Wait, I recognize that statue.
There's some weird decisions in this game.
Yeah. There's also a lot of glitches and stuff that we can do.
Use the restroom real quick.
But unfortunately, just so much of it is not faster.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that we can skip an entire boss fight at the end, like the longest boss fight. But the way we do it is so risky and so long that it's basically just as fast on the easiest difficulty. But it looks so much cooler.
It's clearly not working the puff piece we agreed upon. No, she's here now.
Are you going for the thing?
I've got to get into that back room. If that statue is what I think it is, this just turned into a huge story.
What do you mean?
Alright, you are going for it. So we have multiple names for this.
If she's not your reporter,
Some people call it a butt touch. I personally like to call it the shoulder touch.
Looks like great.
He told me about this.
Let's go. Tap him and go, hey, and then leave.
Fisk used it to hide evidence. Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward. Maybe these pieces move. Nice.
Seemed like a solid statue there.
Close.
Play clean statue. Much cleaner than I usually get. And then the trigger for that is much farther away than it reasonably should be. And now we get to listen to MJ and Peter have a conversation for a while.
I was on my way to the exit.
It's one of those unskippable cutscenes.
You're lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
That was the guy I saved 5 minutes ago.
At least it's not long.
Listen, whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file.
And up ahead, we will be reloading the checkpoint, which will like reset the encounter. So we fight basically two fewer people, and it usually makes it a lot safer because people don't really care if you get caught because it's technically a stealth section.
Good to see you, Pete.
So sometimes you get caught, it will like say you failed because the hostage died. But the reload checkpoint usually avoids having to deal with that.
Did she change her perfume?
I guess make sure that the mission toggles and reload.
Yeah, I think the visual cue is where the HUD pops up.
Yep.
So yeah, just doing fighting.
MJ.
And more fighting. Also, I forgot to mention, these are demons, which we'll find out who they work for later on in the game. Because they just kind of came out of nowhere.
It's probably Aunt May. Never touched it. Sorry, spoilers. If watching the speedrun, you kind of lose the chance of complaining spoilers.
Was it a workout?
So, Pete takes the mask off of that guy because he realizes that someone can help him look into that mask. Now we got.
And then we go get dinner with MJ.
Yep, at Mix.
We unfortunately have to miss the Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah, this cutscene has the Stan Lee cameo. It's actually really good.
Side note, I just boarded that segment by like 20 seconds.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah. No idea how I did that.
Hey, it's me. What's with the units heading down third?
Looks like our old friend Herman Schultz is at it again.
So yep, Shocker just surfaced.
Yeah, well, guess it didn't.
Shocker is probably one of the best villains in this game.
Herman's just a big cupcake. I'll have him back in Rikers by bedtime.
Really owns his role as a mid-boss.
After saving her from masked criminals.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna go beat up a maniac who uses shockwaves to rob people.
Also, yeah, that cameo was before his death, and the final DLC, I think, came out after his death, and
yeah, just after.
And at the end of the DLC, there is a tribute to Stan Lee, which is really nice.
All units, witness reported an active narcotics sale. Please mobilize towards Flatiron. Over.
Peter, I just want to make sure you haven't left.
So yeah, just doing movement to Shocker.
Friend around the lab.
And the Shocker event is just movement in and of itself. A really cool movement. So we get a sequence break a bit.
There's a lot of people who don't like him very much.
That buffoon Jameson and his audience of sheep, please. The people who do great things in this world are those who don't let bullies like him stand in their way. People like us.
You said a mouthful, Doc. Take care.
Oh yeah, that Easter egg, Teta is still in the game. They didn't remove it. You could still find it. I think it's near the Center Financial District, police tower.
Hi, Herman.
Seriously?
So yeah, he's just doing movement right now to
That's what you said last time.
get Shocker as fast as we can.
And then you kind of just take a shortcut and so you get to interrupt them far before you should.
Noted. Honestly, Herman, why are you robbing again? You know the police are watching your every move. I mean, we all know you're kind of dumb.
Oh, that was a weird point launch that you got.
Yeah.
Sometimes point launches will just get rid of your momentum.
That skips an entire scene where you have to chase down Shocker across the city where he will try and attack you and then you have to dodge him. It's a real pain.
Yeah.
And that just skips all of that.
A really small swimming section here.
Looks like I got some free time. Maybe now's a good time to look into that mask. Oh, it's MJ. Hey, MJ. You're up.
Also, we like to talk about this a lot. This loading screen coming up.
Probably the best loading screen.
Yeah, by far.
Real time. So now we get to go talk to our good friend Martin
He's usually in his office now.
and see what he has to say about the masks. He says they're all demony and that we should stop looking into it because he's just looking out for our best interests.
Yeah, he tells MJ to stop
by.
investigating. The suit that he's wearing, it's a DLC suit, and DLC suits don't have associated suit powers. Plus, you can have any suit with any suit power.
Fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee knows more than he's letting on?
No, I think he just had a weird flashback or
We'll
something.
alternate a lot
I
between
know his
suit powers
childhood
in
was
this
pretty
run.
traumatic.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Demons, huh? Catchy name. Okay, gotta get writing. See you soon.
Well, that went about as well as I could have hoped.
And so now we get on to our second free roam, and we actually gotta do stuff in this one. So we'll be unlocking some towers that we'll be using later in the run.
Yep, for fast travel. And this really isn't... I wouldn't really call it a free roam, because the mission pops up right when you're at the destination. So it's like perfect timing.
Got some time to kill before Doc needs me at the lab.
Actually perfect timing, and it just spawns when we get there after a bit. There's a point where it's allowed to spawn in. And getting these two towers is still much faster than not getting them, so.
Yeah.
So we're in point launch.
Oh yeah, that was a really bad one.
Spider-Man doesn't have the best aim. Although the auto aim feature in this game is actually much better than the manual one. So this helicopter just randomly spawns.
Oh yeah, it also spawns
in...
in...
It just appears and doesn't appear.
It also spawns in random directions.
Most of these movement segments I just do on autopilot. It took me forever to notice that the helicopter was occasionally just not there.
Yeah. So getting the next police tower.
The way it works is that police stations you can fast travel to, same with the labs. Other random towers that might be on tall buildings don't have fast travel points on them. You can only fast travel to the main hubs like the lab and Feast, as well as oh bugger.
Oh, did you go in early? Oh.
Went in early.
I've actually had a run die to that.
Thanks to my screw up, we get to watch about 15 seconds of extra load screens.
Yep.
Yay!
Right side. Right there.
Bye, 27 times save.
You can skip puzzles on any difficulty with the accessibility options.
How do we get ahead into the lab?
Yep.
I'm a professional gamer. I'm good at this.
What kind of thing would make you begin a new run in a game like this? Mostly the start with the first MJ section and the Fisk hideout if you get like bad spawns. And then after the MJ mission, it's what? Wait, what? What's going on?
So that's never happened before.
Well, there's the
I don't understand because I don't know this game. What happened?
So in theory, we should be entering a cutscene when we get in there. But for some reason,
But you're just walking around and the cutscene didn't trigger.
Hello?
Yeah.
Maybe since the call started, we have a better chance.
Strange.
Ordinarily, people don't screw up going into the thing early, so this doesn't really happen often, but
yeah.
We get to see this happen, where it doesn't take you in the second time. So, we're learning.
Also, yeah, the mission is just going into a lab, watching a cutscene. Which we can skip.
To make a 2-minute time loss on a mission as you just going to go see a cutscene and then leaving. Professional at work.
New and interesting ways.
There's a lot of stuff we still don't know about this game because it's barely a year old.
So
yeah.
With, I noticed really early on you did like an out of bounds clip to save a bunch of time. Are there just not many missions where that's useful? Or is it just really hard to do
one more out of bounds. Not really out of bounds. We get to do one more clip, but otherwise, yeah, there's not a lot of places where you can sequence break is the problem. So there's a lot of places you can clip in. There's not a lot of places that you can actually break sequences with the clip.
Oh, okay. So you could clip in and get to somewhere early, but then just nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has to do with triggers.
Dang programmers making their games well.
Yeah. We do get to do. I'm gonna go for one clip. You just go into a building and remove some of the strenuous movement, but it's like a 20, or like a 15, 10-second time save, so very negligible.
Also, we're introduced to another side thing we can do: research stations. We just don't do those in the run.
But we will be going after a lot of them just so we can get fast travel points.
Yeah, they're really useful for fast travel.
Spider-Man, Shocker has escaped, and now he's robbing a bank on East.
It's just always frustrating to me, like when you find a good out of bounds, you're exploring what you can do with it, you get somewhere really neat. Oh, this would save a bunch of time! Another thing doesn't trigger, and you're just like, ah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. The main guy that does this, does the practice and testing for us has, I guess, a Google spreadsheet utterly filled with possible like skips and glitches, and because of how that.
Also, yep, this is the Shocker boss fight.
You just run up and get hit, which will make him go, oh, okay, time to go in my final attack.
Yeah, for some reason, if you just run up to him and get hit, it advances the fight a little bit.
Otherwise, you just have to like dodge around a bit, and then he'd finally go in for a final attack, but if you get hit, he just gets super confident and goes, alright, I'm just gonna jump into this.
Yeah.
Seems really
Run
surprised.
straight into him. He's the confidence boost.
Why is Spider-Man surprised the man with the big electricity gauntlets can break out of the webs?
Well, these are actually upgraded.
Oh.
These were the same ones he had.
Okay. So normally he can't break out of the webs.
Yeah.
In theory.
Which difficulty? This is Friendly Neighborhood, the easiest difficulty.
The category this is pulling from is New Game plus any difficulty. So
yeah, we used to have it to where all the difficulties were separated, but we just decided to have any difficulty and then ultimate, since a lot of people were just running Friendly Neighborhood and then ultimate.
I lost like 3 absolutely world records because no one else ran that.
Yeah.
Literally.
Did Spider-Man just kill a man?
No, he has a suit. He's fine.
Yeah, we just put a
Yeah,
chandelier
cut
on
away,
him.
so it's great.
A very large metal chandelier.
Cartoons, as long as it's not explicit, it doesn't happen.
This is true.
Now we get to do backpack skips. And both, you want to explain backpacks?
Alright, so yeah, the collectible, when you open them up, you normally get like Spidey talking about them a bit. But what we found out was during some dialogue at certain points, you can open a backpack, close out, and just do it multiple times, and it will just cancel the dialogue.
Okay, I'm back.
And that entire conversation is now gone.
Yep.
Fight with Shocker took a while.
So that's when you would go somewhere and then you have to wait for the dialogue to finish. You can use the backpack just to advance the dialogue quickly.
The way it works is that missions will spawn like on a timer, and the dialogue will stop the timer. So there'll be dialogue that happens in the middle of the room, and it will just stop the timer dead.
Oh.
So when we skip it, we just restart the timer basically.
Yeah.
That's really handy.
Oh, crime spawned here. I don't know. Can you get the tower? Yeah. You gotta back off a bit.
Hey, we don't need you right now, right?
There we go.
Yeah, if you get a crime there, it delays you being able to get this tower.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of the Undertale speedrun where you just imagine the main character is pulling out a punch card and then suddenly things happen. Spider-Man's listening to people on the radio. Is like, hang on. I gotta open this backpack. Wait a second. This backpack's really important.
Dude would cut off a lot of people.
Doc left a message.
And here's another instance of backpack skip.
Let's see, sometimes Doc will call twice, sometimes he'll call once. It's pretty random.
Yeah, we don't know exactly. There might be a timing to it. I'm pretty sure. You might get the double. Oh, you got the... Nice.
Like a free, 5 seconds, just by him not calling. Help bring down the total from 2 minutes. And sometimes our impulse is to just immediately skip all cutscenes, so I'll just randomly pause. Then I'm like, oh wait, cutscene skip time.
Yeah.
Listen up! Demons are making moves on all our caches. Lost 2 tonight already. Boss may be in lockup. That don't mean his hardware's up for grabs.
Comcheck, Eagle 2, you up?
This is probably one of the most boring fights because it's just so spread out, so we can't do a lot of wacky stuff with it.
Yeah, this is another quote-unquote stealth section. You actually don't have to do things stealth. You can just fight if you want to. Just have everyone...
everywhere. I need to deal with them first.
I'm always a big fan of games where it gives you a stealth mission, but you can still go in loud if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, just make going in loud hard, so it feels rewarding when you do it in a speedrun, you know?
Yeah.
When you're trying to speedrun a game and there's a stealth section, you have to slowly creep around because it'll auto-fail you if you get seen. It's just so frustrating.
That actually happens during the forced stealth section.
Any place this rundown should have a.
It's like the MJ and Miles stealth sections.
Which will happen.
The civilian stealth sections, you can get caught, get the creep around. But we've found a lot of optimizations for like pretty much every single one of those missions. I don't think there's a one that we do just normally anymore.
Pick up the conduits.
I'll have the weird.
Hey, I doubt I would have found it without you.
So right now we are investigating a Fisk shipping yard to see what the demons are trying to steal from here. And we're gonna do that very slowly because he's a detective as Batman.
Oh yeah, we're with Jefferson Davis, which is a friend of Yuri's.
And not a Confederate president. Easy mistake to make.
Also, the Far From Home suits, as long as you have the game updated, you don't have, there's like no download for any suits in the game. It's just with the game. There's only 9 suits to where you need DLC, which is part of the City That Never Sleeps, where it's 3 suits for each.
He changed Miles' name from Miles Davis to Miles Morales because it reminded people of actual Miles Davis. But they kept Jefferson Davis for some reason.
Oh yeah, there is a Miles Davis.
Yeah, so that's the reason in the comics they have that, but they decided Jefferson Davis was just too good a name to not use.
The Future Foundation suit is in this game, Merciless.
Nothing.
It came with the Bombastic Bagman suit as well.
Bombastic Bagman suit's great.
Yeah.
It's just him wearing a Fantastic Four suit with a badass head.
Fisk's men were talking about a vault. Maybe we're close.
So audio cue there when he says bet on it.
Clear. You were right, Jeff. Trapdoor.
Outstanding. Think you can help me out? This thing's heavy.
Oh, weird movement.
What?
Let me see how it looks from the top.
So next we do a whole bunch of fighting, and then comes the probably the glitchiest chase sequence in the run.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that definitely
In corners we'll decide to eat your inputs.
Sounded like explosives.
And that sounds like demons.
There's a lot of ways this chase can go wrong.
Come on, let's go.
Damn, demons are already gone. How'd they beat us here?
Must be a back door. See if you can find.
So you have another use of backpacks.
A menu there.
And we just do another fight.
That's what I'm talking about.
Also, if you do want to get this game, it's $40 for the Game of the Year edition, which includes the full game and DLC. It's a really good deal.
Yeah, I do that a lot for games that it's like I don't want to play it immediately. Because the Game of the Year editions or gold editions are usually really good deals if you're not in a rush to play it now.
Yeah. Alright, so the truck chase. So this truck has a property of the closer you are to it, the faster it goes. And you can actually get on top of the truck and it will just go top speed. We don't know how to do it consistently yet.
Yeah, I saw that the truck just comically zoom away when you got right behind it.
Yeah, and right there too. Showed it.
And there's eating the inputs, and this chase just hates us.
I assume that moment where you were just a little bit to the left of the truck, that would be, like, potentially land on it, but it swerves, so it's hard to do that consistently, is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
We have a setup, it's just it's not consistent.
Okay.
A time slowing tech, and it still doesn't make consistent.
Bystanders will get shot. I gotta get in close.
And just getting rid of the demons.
Hey guys, room for one more?
Which will
And
put
now
us
for a
into...
Super 1 cutscene.
Yep, this is a QTE event that happens. But again, since we have those on autocomplete, it's just a cutscene.
There's a convenient bathroom break a lot of time. We have runs with built-in bathroom breaks.
Oh, great, now the 3 decides to run on time.
How does the web swinging in this game compare to other games like Spider-Man 2? They're similar, I'd say. But there's no, you can't dodge in air in Spider-Man 2, I think.
You can't swing through clouds in the game.
Spider-Man 2 had you attached to buildings.
Well, that game was really ahead of its time. The weathering in the game has like an awesome physics to it, but also makes it somewhat challenging to route. Now we get to go home.
We've now identified the
Oh
officer.
yeah, time for us to go back to our apartment.
Is that cop a character in this game or just a random hero cop?
Character.
Yeah, he's a character.
Okay.
Time to
This
head
is
home
like,
and get some
dang.
sleep.
This cop's a badass.
Also, here's where it introduced fast travel.
We will be using that pretty much to get everywhere else in the run.
And you've already unlocked a few of the points already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we get to go home, but unfortunately, we've been evicted.
Yep. We're about to get evicted
Spider-Man
from
does
our
not pay
apartment.
his bills.
You've been evicted?
Yep,
Yes.
we're getting evicted. And
bad news. But the good news is,
yeah.
best character in the entire game.
Oh yeah, Eddie Woodward.
Empire State Sanitation. And the legend. Most loyal and actively helpful public relations guy you will ever meet. We have to go find our belongings because they got thrown out.
Municipal
Yep,
garage.
that's what this whole mission is.
Not a problem.
Don't care about anything else.
I don't care if I
Just
lose
gotta find her
everything
Spidey
else,
drive.
but I have to find my Spidey drive. Can't be that hard. Finding a tiny flash drive in a 30-ton garbage truck.
Yes, this is the most recent Spidey game.
I have
Came
years
out
of research
September
on that drive.
2018.
Everything I've worked on since high school.
It's just a little bit over a year old.
Yep.
This game has been brought down like, what, 3 hours from the first run?
Of course it's locked. Can't have people stealing garbage.
There's some progress in
Not
that.
really breaking and entering if I
Why?
don't break anything, right? Okay, no need to panic. Maybe they haven't dumped.
I just got a random Discord call.
Okay, time to panic.
Empire Sanitation, this is Eddie.
Sorry, is there any chance the truck wasn't at the
Somebody who
garage?
doesn't know that you're on the show, and they're like, hey, let's talk.
Just means to be somewhere in West China.
Well, I'm kind of in a big group,
I'm
so
headed there now.
Oh, they started a call in the group? Okay.
It's a
yeah.
long shot, but sometimes the guys stop for pizza before they drop off.
Wait, I think I see the trucks.
So check the
Thanks, Eddie. I
back
mean,
to
original
garbage
truck,
first up.
Stuff's not here. There has to be.
They showed the second DLC at GDQX.
What an interesting
And this game will actually be part of AGDQ 2020 with the first DLC.
First DLC, yeah. That's Purple, right?
around here.
Well, the guys might have switched routes due to the upcoming Osborne rally.
We've been running that thing for a while. Looks like he's like the only person that's been optimizing that with,
Over by Manhattan Bridge. Better hustle.
so you don't even really know what's going on in that run, so that should be fun to watch.
Uh-oh, looks like trouble.
Good fight.
You okay?
lot of like
thanks. This
technique.
gang's been terrorizing the whole neighborhood the last couple of days. There's probably more of them on the way.
I'll keep an eye out. Hey, mind if I look around for some personal items?
Sure, have at it. I gotta
Also, instead of moving the bags, you just destroy them.
Wait,
It's
what?
kind of a jerk move, because he has to, like, sanitation people have to take care of that. They have to clean the rest of it up and just individually put it in the incinerator.
Hope it still works.
I mean, the bags seem to be thankfully kind of empty. Like, no trash goes anywhere.
Looks like everything's here.
Yeah, they kind of just disintegrate.
An old gadget prototype.
Maybe
Looks kinda
Spider-Man should be working in a trash factory.
I
I can magically make trash disappear.
Look, is that
It is his real calling.
Spider.
Uh-oh.
To fight crime and you can fight trash. Alright,
Okay, well this
like
might
usual,
be going as
our
planned.
best buddy Spider Bro kind of just does the work for us.
Guess I could try MJ's.
Yeah, that's usually how some fights go. We just use the suit power to do the work for us.
My way onto MJ's couch. Let's see. Hi MJ.
It's a really annoying
Chance I could
movement
stay
thing
over?
because there's no straight path to MJ's house, so you kind of have to just do some twists and turns.
And, oh, that's lame.
Yeah, we still need to figure out like the best routes to
Hey, MJ,
each
now
mission.
that we're talking again, I thought maybe. Okay, that just sounds.
Might save us a couple seconds.
Why am I making this such a big deal?
One of the best low-key puns in this game is the web alert.
Yep, the web alert.
Looks like MJ's story just got published.
The web alert?
Yeah.
I think I'll find somewhere else to stay. She's
It-
probably busy with work.
Webs. Spider-Man is very clever.
There's also another web pun in a side mission with everyone's least favorite character, Screwball, which is like an internet celebrity. And we'll just like live stream everything, and you have to do like certain things, like go through water towers and do like take a picture at a certain moment.
I'm thinking about you a lot lately. We were good together, weren't we? Maybe it's time to.
Those missions aren't really fun.
flame.
Yeah.
They're very, very tedious.
Don't tell me she's scoping out places to rob. She
Because
promised
like they'll do like combat sections of that, and you literally like stop in the middle of combat to go, hey, take a picture of it.
Cats.
Oh yeah.
Packs those with range extenders, then harvests nearby RFID signals. I'll let Yuri know to pick it up.
So that's a Black Cat teaser for the game, and until the
Hey Yuri, you still
we'll
have
see.
Black Cat's suit and equipment in the
So we just go around collecting that stuff, and it turns out she manipulated us into collecting them all, putting them in the police headquarters so she can get the stuff back.
Will do.
Yeah,
That
it's,
was the easiest way of doing that.
it's another collectible thing you would do.
They try and tie it in. They try and have plot significant reasons to.
Hey May, you're calling late. What's up?
I thought we
Okay, that was a weird.
Also, about that question earlier about sleeping on the couch, this is that mission.
This is the first time Spider-Man will sleep in like 3 consecutive days. Oh, that's I guess impressive. A lot of like graduate students, like med students, would appreciate the superpower. Just never sleep.
I do recommend sleeping. It is a helpful thing to do.
Gotta start taking better care of myself.
Good for your
I
health.
recommend it. I just don't do it.
What is a sleep schedule anyway?
Hope May's couch is
I
comfortable.
mean, my sleep schedule isn't anywhere near normal, but I have one.
In order to actually run this game, I have to wake up around 4 in the morning. So that's my sleep schedule.
Mr. Lee's okay.
Go to bed at like 10,
Hello?
or like 9 or 8, and then wake up at 4 to play this
Bobby
game.
must be pretty happy right now.
That's the level of dedication I have to this game.
Get this.
I didn't realize it was that time of day for you. Holy crap.
Award this afternoon.
This I cleared some time for GDQ, but yeah, the rest of the week, 4 a.m.
We all do.
on the dot.
Still a pretty cool
Oh,
moment for
okay.
Officer Davis and his family.
I thought you were saying it was 4 a.m. now, and I was like, oh, wow.
Join me?
No, it wouldn't be 4 a.m. now.
Okay.
I'd be far less coherent if it was 4 a.m. now.
Well, because we get some European runners sometimes, and they don't always
Sure.
tell you that they're like far ahead, and that the time you schedule the show with them is like 4 a.m. And it's like, oh, okay. So that's more of your normal time, and you're doing an out of hours speed run. What was it feel like speedrunning at like the middle of the afternoon then?
It feels nice. It feels great. My communication isn't limited to just grunts. So here we're gonna get another labs for fast travel, and then just wait around.
And we're gonna wait for the next mission to spawn in. This is another of the free roam segments. The mission spawns in a minute and a half after the complete notification pops up.
As usual, I'm gonna set up my powers in advance.
Another message from Doc.
And I'm gonna keep my suit power for this mission, but I'm switching it afterward.
Oh, you're keeping Spider Bro?
Yeah, there's a split in the community as to which suit power is best for Act 2.
Really hope this works out.
Hit the end of Act 1 in the next 2 missions, so Act 2... Same things, it's just a lot of the situations I think favor, like, there's a, like, basically like a self-contained explosion. Localized effect, then the bro, which is like very spread out, and we're gonna use the bro one last time here. We're actually gonna skip a stealth section that for some reason is not necessary.
Oh yeah.
So all these people over here, we just ignore them.
Yeah, the cutscene's just there. Oh, what was that camera angle?
Happens all the time.
Saving bad guys from other bad guys.
So now we have to save Fisk's men from the demons. Saving bad guys from other bad guys.
We hit by a rocket over here intentionally.
Well, you actually don't take damage, it just hits the floor.
Oh, thank God that guy just swooped in there.
Yeah, he walked right into that.
Sometimes, it's rarely, they can be super helpful. And just walk into stuff.
Okay, yeah, that one did count. I was afraid that one of them didn't complete.
So this is a wave-based thing here?
And
It's
you can go to
just
6 different locations and do it, and so we usually just leave a drone there, and it helps mop up. And now we just wait for this helicopter to come up.
Oh, okay, I get it. So you leave the drone to kill the last guy while we're traveling to the next, then
Yeah,
every
the
once
drone
in a while
actually
the drone decides to be dumb.
Yeah,
Once in a while the drone is
drone
dumb.
can do that sometimes.
Or some people just take forever to spawn.
Hello again.
The most consistent.
Are there glitches in this run? There was at the start where you'd skip Fisk Tower. Well, half of it.
Yeah, a good half of it. But honestly, we skipped like the server room, we skipped the initial fight.
Oh, come on.
We only do the top 4 Fisk Tower gets quick.
Yeah. Is Friendly Neighborhood the hardest? No, this is the easiest difficulty. Enemies will go down with 1 to 2 hits.
Basically gets breathed on them, they die.
Yeah.
Not die, knock out.
Yeah, knockdown.
Got men very peaceful and throwing people off buildings and shooting them with lasers.
That's like in the Arkham games, like you can do ridiculous takedowns on people, but you scan them and it says they're unconscious. It's like,
Oh yeah, when you hit them with your car, like the Batmobile, you can have to hit people with the Batmobile, like the Arkham Knight one, and they're like, "Yep, you're just unconscious."
Yeah. It's like you might be unconscious for now, but how long until that changes?
If you're not around to see it, did they really die?
No quick
Mortality
time
was,
events.
right?
We don't have quick time events because we toggled on the QTE autocomplete and the accessibility. So yeah, we're just chasing the helicopter now.
That helicopter is destroying the city.
Also, this might look familiar to some people because this was the mission shown off in the E3 2017 showcase.
Oh yeah.
Except that the helicopter takes a slightly different path.
And Louis is no longer inside the helicopter.
Yeah, they removed Lee from this mission.
Now's my chance.
Which is more curious why they put him in here. Yeah, that's like a major spoiler.
Yeah.
I was always wondering. I was wondering that under your theory, and thinking that yeah, you just revealed who like the major villain is. That's spoiled. The major villain for most of the game.
I'm just trying to keep like a mental tab of the total property damage going on in this mission, and it's getting really high.
There's a lot, yeah.
I think we've reached the buildings at this point.
And there will be more. Don't worry. Oh, he went right that time.
Helicopter, sir. One engine down. Now for the second. This is your master plan.
So yeah, about buildings and stuff being destroyed, well, here's your answer.
Oh no.
Need a plan. Plan real fast.
No people were harmed in this, but a lot of buildings were. And public works. That street's gone.
Come on, Pete, you got this.
Suddenly that New York street is just somehow empty of all cars and people.
Yeah, it even showed people in the distance when the tail was going towards them, and suddenly the camera cut and they're not in the way anymore.
Yeah, there's
so
also
just
cars.
There going like, this isn't a problem. This is normal. This is New York. Everything's fine. Yeah, no. A lot of property damage. Can you see why the government isn't the big fan of us? Like, we just destroyed...
Yeah, a lot of property was destroyed in this mission.
I think this is the legal defense. They started it.
I mean, sorta?
How that works, right? I mean, so what if we attacked the wrecking ball to the helicopter? They're the ones that tried to blow us up.
MJ, did they start the ceremony yet?
They're still setting up. Where are you?
Also, he's headed to the final mission of Act 1. There are 3 acts in this game.
Just like a movie.
Yeah. And this mission, I'm just gonna say, it's gonna get real fast.
We do skip a lot of cutscenes really fast, but...
So yeah, Norman Osborn, who's actually the mayor of New York City,
still runs his company.
As a rally, yeah.
Wait, he's the mayor?
Yeah, in this game, he's the mayor of New York.
He's a mayor and a CEO simultaneously.
That's an interesting take.
Also, yeah, the demons just did a terrorist attack.
He just went boom. Like they themselves, that just they exploded. This is Miles. He's gonna go after his father, who doesn't have the same last name as him, and try and see where his parents are.
Oh man!
He's gonna do that very slowly.
Mom? Mom!
So yeah, here's another QTE. That would normally happen. You have to mash square.
Damn it!
You'll notice I have a distinct vitriol toward the Miles Morales segments because they're all very, very pointless. Because Miles is very, very dumb. Throws himself into a ridiculously dangerous situation for almost no reason. At least this one I can forgive because he's trying to find his parents, but
Are you okay?
he's just gonna go say, yeah, no, feel free to go around this active
You sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm gonna be alright.
walk into a whole bunch of armed
I'm gonna be alright.
terrorists and just wander about because he's dumb. And that's the least dumb thing he will do in this game. Say?
I'll find him.
It's such an interesting contrast from Spider-Man zipping and zooming all over the place, so we just have Miles running around on foot.
And slowly crawling up objects and slowly crawling under cars.
It's like, Miles, we're trying to speed run here. Come on.
Yeah, it's... This one likes to take its time.
There's like a 5-minute split from the end of the helicopter chase. That cutscene to the end of this. A slow, methodical crawl. And then there's one burst of you trying to do something fast, and there's like a 30% chance the game will just tell you, no, stop that. And catch you.
It's kind of dark. Holy crap.
Yeah, like I said, it gets real really fast.
Oh my god.
There are a lot of dead people. You sort of forget that after you play this game like 300 times, but yeah.
Also, oh boy. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, well, yep, I'm just gonna get
Whoops. Streaming from PS4, by the way.
So that's noticeable. But yeah, now sometimes the game just says, hey, don't go fast.
There's also a reason there's another reason why we're playing as Miles is because Peter's actually knocked out right now.
This is true. He got knocked out by a wuss by a puny little explosion.
Turns out like
And
explosions
more
have
dead
pretty...
people.
Oh my god. It turns out explosions have pretty good concussive force on them, you know? Who would have thought?
No one would have thought that. They're explosions. They just make big lights, right?
They're just fireworks.
Right there. Gotta help him.
We reload the checkpoint because otherwise that guy will literally just never turn away, and this point will like spawn in like 15 years.
It's always fun the last checkpoint of a stealth section where you can just run at it. Like, stealth is done. Okay, just trigger the end.
We gotta go to a funeral, and now we gotta forget about the funeral.
Yeah, Jefferson Davis is dead.
What?
We're super dead. Like, there's not even a body.
Wait, there's not a body?
No, there is.
Okay.
No, they couldn't find the body. He was dust.
No, I'm pretty sure there was.
Well, because so here's the thing. In comic books, if there's no body, that doesn't mean they're dead.
That's true, but this is an origin story, and the parent figure just died, so he's dead.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
And Uncle Ben, they don't come back.
Yeah, I'm just used to the comic book rules of, wait, you didn't find the body, that means they're not dead. But I forgot this is an origin story, so yeah, that's more important than that trope.
No one's ever gonna see Thomas and Martha Wayne just thrown it out. They're just dead forever. Unless they're literally brought back just to be killed moments later. Oh, and like life is just to die or be able to.
That'd be awful.
Solid evidence. Right.
Alright, so now we're investigating if we can get evidence against Martin Lee so he can get arrested. And MJ actually helps us out.
This hunch was right. Place is crawling with demons.
Oh, she does.
Gotta take these
I mean,
guys
she just
out.
talks on the phone.
Okay, that's all of them.
Now we get to try and actually manually aim the Spider-Man, and we see how difficult that is.
Oh no.
Webs.
Because even if you're pointing at point blank, you will still miss.
Electric webs will just miss its target sometimes when you're right on it.
Maybe there's another junction box close by.
Alright, now I'm gonna go for a clip here and see if I can not screw up.
Oh, you're going for it?
I'm going for it.
Yeah, this is a very recent strat. Where it's another clip with negative shockwave, and he got it.
Oh, man.
Normally, you'd have to go through that door that opened.
Lots of high-tech equipment.
Go through a
I can recycle this stuff
vent,
weapons of my own.
and then climb in.
These must be where they're planning to attack. Wait. These are Osborn campaign
Now we get to look at all of these things and form our inevitable conclusion.
This is crazy.
So they're using the Fisk stuff they stole to wage war against the mayor.
This wasn't a gang war. The demons were stealing from Fisk to go after Mayor Osborn.
Hey, did you find Lee?
No, but you were right. Lee's using these places up front for the demons. Bomb making, gun running.
Oh my god.
And it looks like they're planning another attack.
So if only we could fast travel during this mission.
Yeah.
You must have some kind of beef with
Yeah, we can't.
I found an address here.
So we have to swing all the way over.
If I hurry.
Now, this is where you can see why we fast travel, despite how boring it is. It's just, it is so much faster. Like there'll be points where we're at the bottom of the map, and we'll have to go to the very top. Go to Harlem, so twice in a run. So if fast travel was not an option, this run would be
Trust me on this one.
much longer.
I'm sending you the address of a recycling center. You'll find all the evidence there.
Got it. I'll get those campaign offices evacuated. But if you're wrong about this, you're gonna help me find a new job.
So he's heading to the second location, Consolidated Shipping, which was a tip before the whole construction site thing, which was a couple missions ago.
Do it, don't 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 do it. This is a very nerve-wracking load screen for us.
Yeah, for some reason, this area will just deload sometimes.
And so you'll just fall for eternity.
A lot of guys.
That's troubling.
Try to do this quietly.
Yeah, I think we both got it once.
Yeah, I've gotten it twice. I just forgot about it for a while since that never happens.
The point launches, about those, sometimes they're slow, sometimes they're fast. We're kind of in the middle of using them and not using.
Nice fight.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Lee's not out here. Better check inside.
Learn about a auto shop.
Invoice from an auto
Stop
shop.
talking about the auto shop. Then look at the map.
The menu. What else can I find?
Sometimes kind of like a speed reader and speed runner, so he just does things super quick.
Also, new enemy type, guys with whips.
Guys with whips rank up there as the second worst, or first worst if you're not playing the DLC.
Oh yeah.
The guys
DLC
from Turf
has-
War, definitely the worst. Those guys are little monsters.
No, but I found something we should look into.
Whip guys will grab you out of the air, so they're a bit of a hassle.
Yeah.
They also block the shots from drone somehow with their whips. Okay. I'm gonna have to go to the feast office to investigate police, which was somehow not our first stop. Investigating the guy where we know where he works. Like I said, not as good as an investigator as Batman.
I actually still need to play the Batman games.
I recently got the collection from PS4, and I've been replaying them. They're still so good. The combat is still somehow so much better in this game. Yeah, but somehow the combat in that game is just utterly phenomenal. So it's like 5-10 years old now. I have no idea when those games came out.
Which ones, like the Arkham games?
The Arkham games.
The first ones came out a while ago.
Glad to see you're okay.
Arkham Asylum was 2009.
How do I get in
so yeah, 10 years.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Wow, wait, really? It was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
We feel old yet.
Huh. Never seen that room before. Whoa, what the... High voltage lines. What needs this much power? That room I saw from
Also, you can just grab the key inside the journal, outside of the journal.
Reading is for nerds.
Some kind of puzzle lock. Yes.
Was that a puzzle you still had to do, or is it just like a set solution?
Yeah, you have to do it. It's a set solution. You gotta make it a yin-yang symbol.
What are you hiding? Whoa. This is the folder MJ found at the auction house. This might help us figure out what Lee's planning next.
I want to know how they built this death trap, but no one knows.
Yeah, a burn room.
It's a burn room. Wired to the... One more.
Okay, here's one. I'll see more somehow.
Police have found this. Or May.
So if anyone just looked up in the storage room, like anyone just like happened to find something they need in there, like, oh, better look in there, then suddenly like, oh, there was this massive room. We should probably be concerned about that.
How would they get in there? It's blocked.
It's true, however, I imagine someone will have to ask, why is there this door that no one can get into? Because it's just blocked. It just raises more questions. Fast travel menu comes up after the complete menu, like complete sign. So sometimes you'll see me like try and do a little bit of brief movement to I guess get closer to the landmark, and it's just a second or two faster, like half a second, if that faster. I'm not gonna go in early this time.
Head to the Feast Center.
Yeah, actually wait for the mission to pop up.
What am I going to find?
A nice lady named May Parker.
Another utilization of backpack skips.
If I put that in the routing guide, don't go in before the mission starts.
The menu. Hey Yuri.
Get out here so I don't accidentally press triangle. 7 mandates.
This is Stable Control.
Oh, hi, Doctor.
So another lab mission.
Again, this is just us basically just expositing. Like, we go over, talk to some boxes, look at an arm, do a quick puzzle, and then we're just back out. Basically, we're just slowly building Doc Ock's arms. Kind of cool.
Hey, Doctor.
But it does take a lot of time they spend setting it up.
Wow. Look at all this new stuff.
I've done this like 3 times where I get stopped there because it's an earlier mission.
Got a few loans. It's like we're starting over.
Pointless time.
But this time's going to be different.
You've been busy.
Just getting started.
Just waiting for dialogue to finish.
Prosthetics from the wrong perspective. Why restore people to what they were when we can make them better? Okay.
Which will put us into a puzzle. I think it's just one.
Just one.
Be sure to run a diagnostic on the control unit. Could be a short.
We really need to get better about organizing our workspace.
Imagine that's how work goes in actual labs. Just super geniuses just going, I immediately know the answer to this problem.
Doctor, I need to go, but I'll be back later.
Alright, so we're heading to another free roam segment, which will have us get put into the second MJ mission. So, obviously, since we have some time, you can go and grab some things for later on.
This is a good point for me to cut in.
This is a great point.
Oh, yeah, it actually is.
Okay.
It's like 3.5 minutes, maybe?
So just as a quick reminder for everybody, just have a few announcements.
Hey, MJ.
Let me check registration status, because at the start of the show, registration was still open for HDQ 2020. Yes, there are still some slots left for HDQ 2020. If you'd like to register, you can go to GamesDoneQuick.com for that. The schedule for HDQ 2020 will be out on the 16th, so stay tuned for that. And make sure you tune in tomorrow for Shin Megami Tensei 2 at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun. And as a quick reminder, I also like to tell everybody that Hotfix is funded in part thanks to your subscriptions and bits. Thank you everybody who's tuned in so far, and we'd appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing. But, you know, Team Malaysia's kind of rocking it on this Spider-Man run. So thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, by the looks of it, this run isn't that bad.
We had the interesting cutscene forgetting to load issue before, but it seems like most everything else has gone pretty well.
I have that. This would be a very good run. With that, it's 2 minutes behind.
Missed another call from Doc.
Peter, I wanted to make sure you're still available. I can't pay you yet, but I've pulled enough strings to keep the wolves from the
So yeah, we get 2 research stations and just head to the mission start area, which is MJ's apartment. Which holds my favorite cutscenes in this game.
Yeah, no, they're pretty good.
Because we're gonna make dinner.
Yeah, make some curry.
Ooh, I made curry the other day. I have leftovers we can have after the show.
Ooh.
Lamb curry. It's tasty.
Never been able to eat curry. Too spicy.
You can get curry that's not very spicy, especially if you make it yourself.
But I've heard like the spice is like the point of curry. Anyone I've ever talked about curry to said like, if it's not spicy curry, it's not curry.
It depends a lot on what kind of curry. Like if you're talking Thai curry versus Indian curry, you know, they're spiced very differently.
I believe he also tries to make dumplings, but you still gotta work on those.
Dumplings
and
are
then
hard.
The second cutscene is us just stripping annotation. PG stripping though.
I can understand struggling with dumplings. Like making a dumpling that's good and looks good is really hard.
There's actually a backpack with Aunt May's dumpling recipe, and someone on YouTube actually made that.
That's amazing.
I thought they were wheat cake.
Oh yeah, and wheat cakes as well.
Oh, wheat cake recipe.
So what's going on right now? Are we waiting on a timer?
Just waiting.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the next mission to spawn in, which is right there.
Despite what you may think from the last 2 stealth missions, the stealth missions can actually be pretty fun in this game. And so much time breaking these. Once they load. Well, here we are going through the auto detailing place that we found out about earlier, and we are figuring out what's going on. Which is an immediately great sign. He's gonna walk behind him.
Might be something inside that connects this to Lee. Need to get back. What are they building? Just careful.
Knock this over. This guy goes over here.
Easy does it. You tried any yet? What kind of vehicle needs tires this big?
Only samples.
Yeah, that guy he just passed can notice you sometimes and just ruin the run for you.
Yeah, but thankfully, most of these guys are just super oblivious to everything around them.
Need to move careful through here. Those barrels seem.
And we see the big bad tombstone, which only like 40% of people actually know what it's doing. And
Another entrance of the shoulder touch. You make that guy turn around and you can just go right past him.
it's effectively you just doing the old prank where you poke someone from the opposite side and they turn.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Time to move. Get the gear from my office.
I'm almost depressed that this isn't an intentional thing in the game.
Oh, there's my favorite cutscene. So during that cutscene, MJ notices that Spidey's crime thingy is going off. And when the camera goes back to him, he's just from his normal outfit and then to his Spidey outfit, like out of nowhere. And has to go back and get his clothes off the kitchen floor.
Well, it's honestly impressive how fast he can change.
Yeah.
It's a superpower of its own right. Putting on a onesie, that is not easy.
Also, good line here.
It's me. This curry is legit.
This curry is legit.
Game has a lot of good dialogue.
It really does.
Sometimes sad when you have to like actually learn how to skip it. It's like, but it's so good. I was very bitter about having to skip the Jameson dialogue. He's just like all of his lines are just fantastic.
There's actually a really good line at the end of this mission. More loading screens.
Somebody was in a hurry.
Spider-Man!
You're hurt.
I'm okay. But you gotta find Mr. Standish, fast. Those guys in the masks kidnapped him and forced him up to his place. He lives in the penthouse.
So yeah, now he has to go all the way up to the top floor of this building to reach Charles Standish, which helped make what's called Devil's Breath. And we'll find about that later on.
That's fun, really.
That doesn't sound like a plot convenient super weapon.
Devil's Breath?
Yeah.
No, it's supernatural. Of course, people would naturally make this thing.
Wait, you guys work here too? This building is
He just tries to straight run away. Like, he just goes, oh, all my friends are gone. I'm just gonna leave.
Good fight. A for effort.
Admirable decision, I think.
You gotta respect the hustle a little bit.
Elevator won't work. I know I'm here.
He just goes, he runs straight at you, and then sees, oh, all my friends are dead. And then immediately just starts running the other way.
So yeah, there's 3 elevator shafts to run up.
Stay out of the light.
And you can't get hit by an elevator. And it does hurt.
It hurts a lot, actually.
If this wasn't the easiest difficulty, it would just automatically kill you. Which makes sense, because an elevator is falling at you. It's in free fall here.
Tall building. Firebombs?
Wait, how'd you not get hit by that one? I'm actually confused.
Elevator or the firebomb? The firebomb had weird hitboxes.
So yeah, now we got
another stealth session, unquote.
Oh yeah. stealth section.
Maybe I should take him out. Sleep it off.
Good use of the suit power there. I usually just like throw a spider drone there.
Hope Standish is all right.
Yeah, that was low on gadgets. I wanted to restock them a bit.
So yep, there's a new enemy, swordsman.
Let's try this again.
Ordinarily, I have the timing bound a bit better, so he will hit you, and I have a suit mod on that shocks people when they hit me, so that he gets hit stun, and then the drum just kills them pretty quickly. But he decided to wait too long to attack. And now we just casually go down an elevator, but this time we don't break anybody's neck.
Yeah, I think so.
Spidey warns in his past movies.
Yeah, not breaking people's necks sounds like a good thing.
This is pretty nice.
Well, it didn't work for one person, let's just say that. Go on, Stacy.
I mean, you don't just randomly go to a power station where a massive super fight is happening unless you kind of want to get thrown down the clock tower. And you kind of have a death wish at that point. Another backpack skip coming up here.
Peter, what happened with Standish?
He's safe.
Okay, good.
And then we wait again after this for another backpack skip, and then do another backpack skip after.
Hey, MJ.
No, backpack skipping is kind of important. Honestly, probably responds for like, what, 30 minutes time save in this game?
Yeah.
From skipping dialogue and making the game go faster. Now we just wait up here for a box to magically appear.
We gotta wait for a doc to call first.
Do kind of just not pay attention to whatever Doc has to say. Like, we skip him so many times in this run. Spider-Man is a great dancer. I don't care what anyone else has to say. Spider-Man 3 aside, he was a great dancer.
That wasn't dancing, that was walking.
He did the jazz hand, the rolling hands. That was dancing. I've seen that movie far too many times, and I know that was dancing.
Spider-Man 3?
It's okay.
Yep.
He can dance if he wants to. He can leave his friends behind.
Oh my god. I can't believe he just did that. Also, speaking of Spider-Man 3, if you go near civilians in this game and press the square button, you'll actually interact with them. So you can do like the finger guns if you want to.
Spider-Man, so you found one of my recon points.
Who is this?
Has masses in this game.
Oh yeah.
Bye. We'll
See ya,
catch up with
Taskmaster.
him in a couple of hours. About an hour and a half to catch up with him again. He just gives us a weird phone call. He really just wants to know how we're doing. He's very supportive.
Alright, so now we're
going to school.
Yep, we're going to school. Headed right to college.
Not just college, but a college party.
See if you get the one call again.
All units, there's an active
Not getting much coverage.
believed to
I
have a
should look for
bomb.
more towers to activate.
Please mobilize toward Flatiron. Over.
Oh, there we go. I, for a second, forgot where school was.
I got it. I got a picture.
Cool.
Oh, you got the one call. Nice. Yeah, if you got like the call again, you'd have to open up the menu and do the backpack skip, which wastes 10 seconds.
I thought it was like 6. go to a party where the animators spent way too much time
Guess I don't have to change.
coming up with all new different animations and skins for.
Delaney's dressed as one of
It's
my
actually
greatest
crazy how
foes.
much time they put into
Let's
this
find out which one.
scene.
Everyone's in costume. My people.
So we're looking for a specific doctor, but they're all in costumes, and we don't know which is which, so we have to go talking to them. And they're all drunk, so they're not the most cooperative people.
Whatever will I do?
Also, nice Hall of Mirrors.
How long did it take him to set that up? So that is a child? I don't care what anyone else tells me.
on that helmet for a week.
Yeah, that's
I need to find Dr.
teenager
Delaney.
at best.
He's out
That's a
in the
baby
party
face.
somewhere. Who are you?
I'm your friendly neighborhood spider.
Baby face, baby voice,
Smartass.
a doctor. Good for that doctor. Too young to be an adult. Easily put the least amount of effort into his costume on the doctors. So now we gotta do some parkour and hope the game doesn't hate us.
Throwing down
And sometimes
Alright, yeah,
it'll
you're
just
good.
laugh at it.
Gotta find a way up there. I'm looking for Isaac Delaney.
I think he's on the dance floor.
And now you gotta watch the best dance
There he
moves
is.
in the game.
The lizard.
High five.
Yeah, look at him go.
And all these people just fall over where they touch on the map.
That was
Now for
like,
the most unnecessary cutscene in the game.
oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Someone of your nemesises? We gotta fight.
Maybe later.
Oh, what's the matter, Spider Wimp? You afraid of my mighty horn?
Hey, who? What are you? Come on! Hey, fight! Kick his ass, Spider-Man!
Spider-Man basically just lets his doctor die because he just doesn't punch this guy in the face and then just move away. Time webbing him down, getting pushed around. You could have just gone, hey, stop that, and then punched him.
Or just webbed him immediately, you know?
Yeah.
He's
You
asking
had
for a
one that had
fight.
to go away.
The guy was really committed to his role.
He really was.
I feel like if you gave him a little bit of a burst of a web and somewhere annoying, he'd be like, oh, sorry. And like, back off.
You can really just throw him aside. You Spider-Man. You have that power. Just a cutscene here. You save a hostage here. And then... another boom, and... suit power.
Suit power. Nice, you got them all in that one. Sometimes one of them.
Everybody okay? Outside the ring for some reason.
How about some mood?
Yeah, how about some
nice
mood lighting?
chance for a vent takedown, but unfortunately, you do not have that option.
Alright, that was a decent room.
Now, where'd they take Delaney?
There's another place where we could have clipped outside the wall there with the negative shockwave, but it's just not faster.
What suit power? It's the negative shockwave superpower that you get for acquiring the negative suit. And it's basically an AoE attack.
That's all of them. Gotta find Lee.
The combat's usually pretty fast in this game. There's not a lot of time when you spend just in combat. It's mostly just movement. Sequences. Now Lee is going to brainwash everyone, make them super evil. Which is like the most comic book power you can possibly have.
Well, he is Mr. Negative.
That still makes no sense. I don't... He shoots energy waves and makes people evil. Explain to me that
Also, yeah,
power.
it's the Rhino guy. We got the Rhino guy again.
And, like I said, you can just punch him. Except...
Oh, you got grabbed. Oh, no. That was weird.
From hurting each other.
You know, punching him is just much faster. And everyone should do it.
Feels like that's pretty rough for just a guy who got mind controlled.
Yeah.
Just tie him up.
Yeah, that's
Is there a functional difference between that suit power and the Spider-Punk one? Well, they're both AoEs, so I'm pretty sure there aren't any differences.
I think the animation is faster for this one, because you don't have the whole rock out animation.
Yeah, for Rock Out, which is the suit power's name, you jump up, bring a guitar out, and just shred.
Unfortunately, shredding may just take too much time, unnecessarily.
This game PS4 only? Yes. PS4 exclusive?
I think he's the head scientist on this Devil's Breath project. Did you find him?
Yes.
The men... Yuri. The men... Yuri.
Another utilization of backpack skips.
Yuri.
And now we gotta do a weird hacking session. We go up inside of the building, and the game will often screw us over because it will just decide that in mid-hack, the hacking animation is just not good enough, so it will just restart.
Okay, that's how I can get into Norman's office. Can't get in there without shutting down some security systems. But if they see me, they'll put the whole place on lockdown.
So yeah, there's 4 modules you have to hack,
network modules from the outside.
starting from the bottom to the top.
They're the network cables. Just need to follow them to
I tried a new thing there, it did not work.
Yeah, I just zipped to
There
it.
we go, a security module. Looks like there's 4 of these around the building. That should make things easier.
What the hell?
Should make things easier. Well, this suit makes him light up a bit.
Looks like an electrical problem.
Oh yeah, trying to do this with actual, like, the Noir suit is not as easy as you might think.
It would be easy.
Uh-oh.
Just gonna reload that.
Yep, accidentally hit that.
I jumped too low.
All stable teams. Looks like we have some sort of software problem. We're calling in a specialist.
Also, for some reason, while holding down R1, sometimes it will just cancel itself and you have to hold R1 again.
Initiating Delta Protocol.
Man, everybody's got drones these days.
So and up to the 3rd one.
I need a status report. Attention all stable teams. There's a small pocket.
The fact that sniper looks like it's going to get it every time, it never does, so.
I need a team to scan the 80.
I have a lot of resources devoted to this one building now. Like, look how many snipers there are just for one building.
Gotta move.
It's kind of insane.
Hi, MJ. A little busy right now.
I'll be quick. Listen, I got a lead on Charles Standish's location. I think if I can get to him, I can make him talk.
So now he has access into Oscorp Tower.
Morgan Michaels as well.
Okay, just don't do anything crazy.
Exterior sweep negative. Should we go on lock?
Nice. Now I can get into
And
Norman's
I actually
office
found
and
out you can
find more
clip
about
into
Morgan
this
Michaels
area early,
and Devil's Breath.
but nothing will happen. Like, you can't continue the mission, and Norman Osborn actually has a hitbox, and you can knock him out.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm not the one behind bars right now.
Wait, is Norman talking to Wilson?
Again,
Fisk?
weird decisions by Insomniac.
What are you talking about?
But there's no trigger there.
From the auction house.
And
Yeah.
now for the world's most incriminating PowerPoint presentation.
Yep, so here we learn about Devil's Breath.
Dr. Morgan Michaels is the chief scientist, but the location of the lab is redacted. AI-controlled CRISPR.
Basically, it's this giant MacGuffin that will cure any disease ever.
Cystic fibrosis.
Except as it works right now, it's a kill everyone button. Or,
Yeah, it's a
that can be
pandemic
really
thing.
aerosol-like.
it's a huge epidemic to where if one person gets infected, everyone else will.
And so they just keep a presentation about this, loaded up on his desktop as like a PowerPoint. I have to actually make this presentation. Like, you are just condemning yourself if they ever catch you to like 20 years in jail.
You know, try to make a mystical panacea, create a bioweapon that'll kill the entire population of the planet.
Panaceas are always great ideas that never backfire. I'm not sure you're talking about. Sometimes trees are solid, sometimes they're not.
MJ, get this. Devil's Breath wasn't designed to be a weapon. It's a treatment for genetic disorders. But its current form is wildly imperfect. In trying to fix the body, it rips it apart. We need to locate Dr. Michaels. I don't trust Sable to contain
So
something
now
this
we
deadly.
start the next MJ mission.
Probably the hardest one. And the one with the most skips.
And yeah, whatever suit you have on, that suit will show during loading screens.
There are only like 2 cutscenes at the end of the game that refuse to have you in the boat. 3 cutscenes technically. The one at the beginning.
Yeah, the beginning and the end.
And because they can't have their super serious dramatic moments undercut by the silliness of you in your underwear. And more specifically, they have you undress and dress, so they can't account for that with every suit.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because imagine the comic book or the manga version of the suit, and then you take your hood off, and you're just a normal Peter Parker in a manga body.
Got it.
And go with that.
Yeah, that wouldn't look good.
They just decided to just maybe choose all uniform for those 2 end cutscenes. Pretty much the only part of the mission we actually do normally, and you are being weird.
Yeah, why is he in that location?
No matter, we're good.
He's usually to the left side.
I passed it.
Alright, so here's a small skip where you can hang by this truck and go right past it.
I feel like they should have seen her there.
That guy that was about to see MJ actually gets despawned by the truck.
That's great.
Yeah.
And that skip saved like 30 seconds.
It skips you having to go up a staircase,
Take
dodge
picture,
a couple
go down
guys.
the staircase, dodge a whole bunch of people. Move. Like it saved a lot of time. It's just a super narrow window. And this is our most busy free roam, so we will be
most busy and one of the longest. This one's 4 minutes.
Yeah, the one's still longer.
Hey, okay, another thing. Sorry, Charlie. You knock a man out.
So he's gonna swing up all the way to Avengers Tower and get 2 police towers for fast travel later on. It's either, I think it's actually 3 instead of 2.
The third one depending how fast I move.
MJ.
There's 2 that we absolutely need to get, and if I move fast enough, we have time to get a third one that's like 5 seconds faster than not getting it.
Man, I'm worked up. Gotta blow off some
To
steam.
get there fast enough, there's another call that we're gonna get, and I use that to see how fast we're going.
Attention local units. A break-in is reportedly in progress.
Also, yeah, about crimes, we just ignore every single one of them. They're slow.
Does it advance the plot forward, yes or no?
I think it stops the timer for the mission spawns.
Well, I mean, that's generally the criteria for a speedrun. Like, is there side content? Does it help me advance the plot? Then we're probably not doing it.
Yeah. Unless it's just like really fun and you have random spare time. Sometimes I'll just go do crimes.
I'm flying pretty close
So,
to
like certain crimes, I don't think have the stop the timer. And that was really fast, or she's not calling.
Can crimes get in the way if they spawn in bad spots? Like, can they
Yes.
stop other things from happening?
Yeah, that happened earlier after the Shocker boss fight, where he couldn't activate a crime tower because a crime spawned close to that tower.
Oh, she's not calling.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm losing him.
So normally we're supposed to get. Oh, there it is.
Okay, that was.
Hello? Of course, right when I start talking about it,
Glad to.
Miles' mom starts to call.
Mr. Parker is probably someone more together than me.
I should tell you, he has
Well, hopefully that doesn't slow us down for some reason.
I finally gave him a choice. This or more therapy.
Yeah, that was probably the latest call I've seen from Rio.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm the same way. I'll let Aunt May know, and I'll make sure I'm there his first day.
Thank you again. This means a lot to both of us.
So yeah, just getting 2 more things and then fast traveling to the lab.
To get this lab station and that tower next to it, because you have to open up the thing or the area with the tower to get the fast travel, but this tower does not give itself a fast travel.
This is the easiest difficulty.
There we go.
Yeah, it's pretty common for speedruns to be run at either the easiest difficulty for speed or the hardest for challenge rating.
Yeah.
People don't generally run the ones in between very frequently.
At that point, there's just too many subtle routing changes to bother.
Okay, that cutscene
Like,
looks
what's the
weird.
difference between bit of health? Like, you know, you can sort of do this in X amount of hits, or you have to do a different setting for slightly difficulty step up. It's so minute, doesn't really matter. And this is also the longest of the lab sections, because we get some more exposition, because apparently Doc Ock is sick and dying, so all of his body parts are failing from a neurological disease, and so he's making arms so that he can function.
And people would know where this is going.
On it.
If they know who Otto actually is in other Spider-Man media.
I mean, have we made all 8 of his arms yet?
I mean, he only gets 4. It's a bit of a misnomer, honestly.
Okay, looks like I could optimize this power.
I assume it's supposed to be
So
his 4
4
limbs plus the 4 fake ones.
Yeah.
Adds up to 8.
But the other 4 ones are so useless.
It's true.
Signal to noise is out of whack.
You never see him actually punching people because
Processor
he's
should
like
reduce lag.
a 60-year-old man. Man hands.
Also, yeah, this whole puzzle section is lowering the delay on those arms under 3 milliseconds.
And reach his goals. Really helpful like that.
And to clarify for people who weren't here earlier, there's an accessibility option that lets you skip puzzles, and we just have that on for speed. Because it just auto-completes them all. So that's why the puzzle would load and then just go away, and then it says
I
complete.
read the most fascinating article. Outlines possible next steps for the neural interface.
I'll take a look. Direct interface with the basal.
Sometimes you actually hold the direction during the lab segment. You will wind up trapped behind
Need a
the
gallium silk array to make it
stuff.
work. Even then, odds of injury are pretty high.
Gallium! Genius! Never mind the risks.
So yeah, there's his brain scans.
At this rate, he'll lose control of his motor functions within a year. If we're not careful, an intracranial implant could make things even worse. Even alter his personality.
So now he's starting to catch on what
We need to
would
proceed
happen
carefully.
if they continued.
It's not like he'll ever, go insane. I mean, that's just crazy.
I'm sorry, my
He seems so lovable. A giant teddy bear. So the work they do with Doc in this game is actually really good.
Yeah.
This is arguably the best representation of Doc.
All of the voice actors are flawless in this game, honestly.
Not all of them.
Who would you
Some
say?
of them have Rhino.
Oh, right, Rhino.
Rhino is very interesting interpretation. I don't know if it's the acting, I don't know if it's like the direction they went for it, but something about it just does not work for me. So now we get to go into the second Miles segment, and if you recall, each one is but this is by far the most pointless mission in the game.
No, but his mother.
I mean,
We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go save him from muggers, and then he has to go to a volunteer position.
Yeah, it was understandable before. Like, he was in shock. He wanted to find his
With
parents.
some emotional trauma going on, I gave him that one.
Yeah.
One's just dumb. So we save him from muggers. That's not his fault. Anyone can get mugged.
You hurt?
Now we go to our
Shelter should be just
volunteer
ahead.
position.
Yep, now he has to hit the
Nothing will
feast.
go wrong.
Yo, Miles, what's up?
Bro, you're not gonna believe this. I just met Spider-Man.
What? That's crazy. Hey, did you show him our
Wait, his friend doesn't get a name. It just says friend.
Totally forgot.
Yeah.
You have to talk to him once. He doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll show him next time.
Just the
I
mad
gotta go. I
disrespect.
promised my mom
Like,
I wouldn't be late.
Cool.
give him a generic name.
I'm pretty sure that would, knowing Miles, that would be Ned Leeds. And
Not quite.
Wow, that was too easy.
For Dante for Miles.
I'll send an anonymous.
Ned is the MCU version.
well, yeah, they're very similar.
They're identical. But yeah, no, so there was a traffic stop from a whole bunch of armed mercenaries. And so we went, you know what? We don't want to wait in line. We are going to try and escape through this entire maze of armed people that will kill us.
By hacking their equipment.
Yep.
Work.
Distracting them.
So we could get to our volunteer job.
A volunteer, it's equivalent of you trying to outrun, like...
I just went through that NPC.
Oh, hey, Mom.
It's you trying to escape martial law imposed by, like, the National Guard in order to get to your job.
You don't have to work at that shelter.
So you know you get paid for your job.
I did.
No, I gave you a choice.
Yeah, and I chose.
You can show up late. They will understand.
I mean, it was
Also, this is the most effort they will ever put into basketball. They have like a complex series of animations.
Sorry.
It's amazing.
Yeah?
And just because I don't want to talk about it doesn't mean I don't love you.
Oh, honey. I love you so much. We'll get through this. Okay?
I gotta go. I'll call you on my way home.
Another
we gotta go back to
cutscene.
Peter.
Yeah. We're done with Miles right now.
Almost noon. Sable should be moving Dr. Michaels. Better
We gotta do our next chase sequence, but we gotta fight on top of a moving car that has a clown car number of people inside of it.
And you can also fall off very easily.
Yes, which is why we barely moved during that fight.
Mission, it should spawn like right when you get to the location.
We had like 2 or 3 seconds before. Time to load up the gadgets you need for the run, or the fight.
This is the Bowery, but
And flip.
Very, very slow flip.
Yuri, I'm in pursuit of Martin Lee. I think he's got Dr. Michaels and the Devil's Breath.
So yeah, Martin Lee has brainwashed Dr. Michaels and has him in the truck with Devil's Breath.
I have to stop that truck. Tank, whatever.
And this gadget he's using is literally just air.
Very strong air. It doesn't actually matter how fast you get it out. They just have to set the bare minimum by them not being there by the time you get to the checkpoint.
I like how some of these enemies just sort of comically pop up on top of the truck. They're just like, whoop.
There's a clown car number of people in this van that just come out. So Spider-Man is very astute in noticing that everyone and their mother has a rocket launcher in this game.
Yeah.
Normal street thugs have rocket launchers.
Need to clear the guys in the truck before I go actively.
The militia have rocket launchers. Everyone has rocket launchers.
Everybody has rocket launchers in this game.
Hey, stop shooting!
It's ridiculous.
Do that because sometimes that guy can literally just never die. So it's just easier to just knock him off there instead of risk it. Here's another, that would be a QTE, but you could bypass that.
Yeah.
Those are some slow moving bullets. The cutscenes in this thing do look awesome. It somehow work with every suit.
What's your status? Have you apprehended Lee?
And because of Spidey, he just grabbed the brake fluid, so now it's pouring everywhere on the road.
That sounds very dangerous. You know, disabling the brakes on a vehicle that big, moving that fast, sounds extremely dangerous.
Now no one will die.
And yeah, we're in a dreamlike state now.
Because Mr. Negative is trying to make us evil.
I was hoping to bring you here.
Trying to
but in a
persuade
very,
us.
very bad way.
Persuasiveness.
So basically, in the actual, he's just hanging onto the side of the truck.
You never came. Where were you?
For a very long time.
Is this real or in my mind?
Wait, so if he has us like in a trance, why doesn't he just like knock us off the truck?
That officer?
Exactly.
He's a mind controller. He wants us on his side, so it sort of technically makes sense.
And Norman wanted to use it. A futile gesture.
Or you could take the vulnerable, or you could take the vulnerable superhero who's been a thorn in your side, and just kill him while he's vulnerable, you know.
Just ram him into a building. Like you have him on the side of the truck.
Norman, hide.
Villains just aren't very good at what they do.
No, they don't think.
We're gonna see some very bad cases of henchmanitis coming up.
Oh no.
Become one of us.
Thanks, but no thanks. One way or the other, you will join me.
Uh-oh.
Time to abuse spider drones.
If this cuts through them, I can beat these shields. That's kind of nice.
Is this modded? No.
I think a lot of people keep asking about that because they're not familiar with this suit. It is a DLC suit.
I forget. It's either Turf Wars or Silver Lining that has this suit.
I think it's Silver Lining.
Their bodies filled the gutter, and you did nothing.
It's basically just waiting for the dialogue, but
Yeah, just using spider drones, defeating these weird enemies, and then just waiting for dialogue.
technically skip this dialogue, but it only skips one line at a time, which serves no real purpose. and the camera's getting older.
Yeah, the camera will do that sometimes.
Yeah, passively there, because sometimes he will just do unblockable, undodgeable attacks that will just prolong the fight when you need to.
Then a whip guy spawns in, so you gotta take him out fast with the spider drone.
So you have to throw out the drone before you actually enter this little mini game. Otherwise, when you go to grab these, the whip guy will just knock you out of the air.
Yeah, then you have to grab another rocket.
And sometimes the game will do that, where the mask will break far after it should.
Yeah, it's probably like maybe hitbox related.
See, I think it doesn't register because you can throw like at the initial burst 2 rockets back at him, and so I don't think it registers the second one. But by the time you actually go through the last one, it goes, okay, you have the damage now. A very iconic scene of him popping out of rubble. Hurrah, hurrah. And then we go immediately to another leave section.
Yeah, we got a lawn mission coming up. Which is also an MJ mission.
That's the most boring of the MJ missions, honestly.
Yeah, it really is. I think
Even
this
the skips we
mission
do are just walking around them. It's very boring.
This mission's like 9 minutes, I'm pretty sure. Like just over 9 minutes.
Tell me you've got a lead on Martin Lee's location.
We have footage from a guy at a coffee shop. Looks like he hopped into
I usually don't get that kind of movement there.
Damn, Devil's Breath is gone. I should call MJ and Warner.
So yep, we don't know where Devil's Breath is now.
Please leave a detailed message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
I'm sure he'll show up.
What are you up to now, MJ?
Like almost immediately. Welcome to Speedrunning Spider-Man. The loading game. Okay, did they have that Dragon Ball, like Budokai loading where you can like play mini games in the meantime?
I've only played the original on PS2.
Probably call Peter and let him know what I'm doing.
Why they copyrighted that? The mini games while you were like Bandai literally copyrighted mini games during loads.
Let's check things out quick and let him know what I find.
Releases specially formulated microbes into the atmosphere, and it leaves our oceans and rivers cleaner than.
Oh, yep. Things load in. After
It's
skipping
probably
the
the
cutscene.
worst load of the game, like just visual wise.
Yeah. Things just pop in.
The Devil's Breath.
You gotta get out of there.
He's not gonna do it until Norman Osborn gets here.
Wait, this must have been Lee's plan all along. Make Norman
It makes no sense.
responsible by forcing him to release the Devil's Breath himself.
Sort of makes sense in a twisted, psychotic way.
Okay, I'm here. Coming into the terminal now. Anything I should be on the lookout for?
So yeah, Lee's plan is to have Osborn inside of Grand Central Terminal for Devil's Breath.
Southwest corner.
On my way.
They even keep the suit for this thing, which is just cool.
If I get any closer, the
So here's our terrible case of pancreatitis. 1. He sets the tablet that controls the drones down to all the people.
Yes, if you can distract them.
And we're just gonna hit this with a piece of webbing.
Okay, I'm ready.
They're all just going to go and circle it and stare at it.
Yeah, they really just stare at it.
Oh, a sound was happening. It's like a dog that goes, sound! And then just stares off into the distance. When we get the tablet, they don't make us leave the tablet behind, and they move us over here to presumably kill us instead of just killing us immediately. So, henchman-itis at its finest. It's like they're really just not trying that one. Yeah, we have the super weapon. We have the MacGuffin that releases it. Wait, we don't need to worry.
Can't let him see me.
So yeah, this mission is the only one that utilizes Spidey and MJ at the same time. And it's actually a really cool mission casually.
Casually is awesome.
I don't like this. There's too many of them.
Then let's start taking him out.
That did not work out right.
So you see how he webs up the guy. Oh yeah, that should work.
Take him out.
Inaudible there.
See if you can break up that group.
I'm gonna do it.
MJ, did you know Lee
I see you're taking a really safe route right now.
What do you mean?
I thought something might happen, but not like this.
I mean,
why didn't you tell me?
safe-ish.
I thought we were partners.
Hey, partners trust each other, Peter.
So what I'm learning from this game is that if you crouch low to the ground and jog slowly, nobody can see you.
That is how that works. I recommend you try this. Want to rob a bank? Just crouch, and no one can find you.
Try that in Payday 2, maybe that would work. Because don't actually rob a bank, please.
Hopefully not.
Keep him busy. I'll take care of the Devil's Breath.
You know what you're doing?
Oh, okay. Okay, pull the first wire.
I always have this like 2-second long. Do I remember how to?
Yeah.
Meant?
Now let's get these people out of here. I could use
Or
a little
like-
Spidey help.
Wait, did I get that right? And here's the.
Oh yeah, here's a new finding. If you get caught by these guys early, you don't have to take out any guys. It'll just advance the mission.
We just have to reload here.
Okay.
And that means that all the enemies we would have had to otherwise take out are pretty much just fine.
I'm a little bit confused by this story thread. So the Devil's Breath would create a global pandemic. There was supposed to be one sample, and now there's a huge vial of it in the bomb.
Yeah, Morgan Michaels has the only sample, which he has handcuffed to him at all times.
You do.
But also, it seems like a strange way to rob a bank, because if you set it off, then like
Oh,
literally everybody
this is
dies.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh yeah, this boss can be weird sometimes.
Didn't get it.
Yeah, I got the 2 cycle here.
Wait, this is the least punishment of the 2 cycles? The next one I just mash. It's very inconsistent, but I'm pretty sure there's a rhythm to punching him in the first cycle that will make it so that only 1 cycle and he doesn't hit the hit attack animation. Dodge a lot of things in a very, very, very typical boss fight, and then you just mash on him.
Also, when the tutorial says press circle and use the left stick, you can just press circle. And it
There
should
we
be
go.
5 hits for the rest of these phases.
The second phase, first cycle. There are a lot of phases and a lot of cycles. Speed of all the bosses is consistently the same. I really hate speedruns.
Also, there is a reference coming up to a Spider-Man film. See if you guys can get the reference.
It's definitely more favorable than the Amazing Spider-Man 2 reference we get with it.
Oh yeah.
No brakes?
They even make you do a PTE for this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're doing this moment again.
That totally worked last
Yeah,
time.
it said it doesn't work, and he says that totally worked last time.
It's honestly a really cool subtle call out from the movie.
Yeah, one of the best superhero movies.
No.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, yeah, we
Thank
just.
I don't think that's the solution, Spider-Man.
What?
Yeah, we just put a train up into a street that was already in the middle of construction.
Prison.
As we dropped a helicopter there.
That
Spider-Man is a menace to this city.
Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson is starting to sound correct here.
Exactly. Now we get to sit around and do absolutely nothing.
I was watching I was watching that cutscene and I thought he was gonna like put up a giant web to like stop the train as a big cushion or something, and no, it just shoves it into the street.
You did it.
What if there were construction workers there, Spider-Man?
Exactly.
How do I feel? How much time do you have?
Not much. Heroics for you.
So there are still passengers on that bus.
But I just wanted to say.
On that train, yeah.
Thanks, Yuri.
So, oh, I wonder how many got injured.
So if you have any more things you need to say, we have like 4 minutes to do.
We have 3.5 minutes.
Right, so would just like to remind everybody that we are doing Disability Awareness Month this month in October on Hotfix. As part of that, we recently partnered up with Able Gamers Foundation during GDQX, and we're just reminding people that they exist. They're a really good charity that helps gamers with disabilities find ways to play video games. If you want to learn more about them, you can do !Able Gamers in chat. And if you yourself have a disability and you'd like to do a game showcase for Disability Awareness Month, you can do !Disability Month in chat, and there's a form you can fill out. Besides that, as a reminder, Hotfix is funded in part thanks to your subscriptions and bits. So thanks everybody who's tuned in. We'd appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. Tomorrow we have a showcase of Shin Megami Tensei 2 at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you tune in for that. And of course, the game's schedule for AGDQ 2020 will be coming out on the 16th. So, that's a Wednesday, I believe? Yes, Wednesday.
All units, witness reported an active narcotics sale. Please proceed
That's
to
all I've got for our announcements at the moment.
Alright, well, in the spirit of Disability Awareness Month, I might as well plug my own disability. So, I am someone who has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome type 3, which is abbreviated as EDS and not ED, as a friend of mine accidentally mistaken. Interesting conversation I had to have with her, because apparently she kept telling everyone I had ED. So that was a very interesting conversation, but it's a joint disorder. Everyone has joints, and in those joints is proteoids, and in those proteoids is collagen, and I make really bad versions of that protein. I am like super weak. I usually have to use a wheelchair to get around. It's also caused my throat to collapse in something called tracheomalacia, so the collagen rings in my throat will collapse, and my vocal cords will lock when my trachea collapses. It's a pretty actually common disability. I have everyone who is considered double jointed and is unnaturally flexible has this disorder, but there are obviously extremes to it. So I have the extreme side of it. So if anyone has any questions in chat about EDS or wheelchairs, feel free to ask. We have plenty of time to answer them.
Nearby units advised. Witnesses called in a
I'm
mugging.
just gonna do.
Need immediate response.
Yeah, just do circles. Oh, there's the mission.
Okay, I think things are sort of under control. Maybe I should put in some Peter.
This one's a relatively quick lab mission.
You just pop in, do 3 lab missions, hit a cutscene, and immediately leave.
This is impressive.
So yeah, now we're working on the intracranial network that he has. And also, he is outfitted with his Doc Ock attire right now.
Also, all the labs, the charge is set to 8, which is really nice. Like, all of them are power out, like, overcharged, and they're all set to 8.
Alright, and then we have another really quick mission. It's another one of those cutscene missions. To where we just go to Feast and watch a cutscene, but we can skip it. And we're also nearing the end of Act 2.
I should check on Miles.
Hey, Pete.
The
Hi,
fast
Miles.
travel cutscenes where
I just
Spider-Man's
wanted to
sitting
see how
next to
you're-
Spider-Man are just silly.
Yeah, I typically need assistance for stuff. I have a service dog, and I usually need assistance with like moving heavy things, like something as heavy or heavier than a full milk gallon. I usually need help with because I have the strength of a kindergartner. Which is hilarious when you live with it, but kind of horrifying outside of it. My parents, like my dad, will usually like throw my dog on top of me, and I'll just be stuck.
Oh
And
no!
my dog will just sit there and lick my face because I can't move. We're gonna fast travel, and we're gonna go to probably the I think longest single segment of the game.
Yeah, this is the actual longest mission. And also, the mission that we're about to go to is the mission that was showcased during E3 2018. It's kind of weird how they showed end of Act 1 and end of Act 2 for E3.
End of Act 3.
Where are you? Come on, get this.
Yeah, to spoil the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because usually the end of an act is usually big story thread moments with important stuff going on. And they showed the end of the first 2 acts.
Yeah. But modified, obviously.
Yeah.
So, like, there's gonna be a cutscene at the end of this mission, and it's modified.
Who do they have in the original one?
It was just a bright light for the final cutscene
Even bigger problems.
Rikers?
We have to hurry.
at the reveal at the end.
But that's right, because everyone thought it was Goblin.
What happened?
Yeah.
Coordinated attack. Must have been planned from the outside. Every cell block is breached. We're minutes away from every.
So yeah, there's a huge prison break going on.
What about the raft?
And the MacGuffin super weapon has been.
Good. What about the Devil's
Hey,
Breath?
Sable's handling it.
Do you trust them?
Do I have a choice?
Yeah, it's been taken. Again.
Uh-oh.
You know, the big super weapon that would cause a global pandemic.
You have to tighten security around that thing, apparently. And so, this is just one of those sites that we're just gonna leave.
Yeah, that first group you can just go past.
I'm on it.
They won't follow you. So yeah, now the prisoners have guns and rocket launchers.
Rocket launchers. They have rocket launchers at a prison site. And this isn't even the superpowered prison
Why
site.
not?
Average prison. Like normal people. No, we definitely need rocket launchers on site.
Like, first off, why would you have rocket launchers at a prison? Like, that is a weird choice.
What are the prisoners doing that you feel a rocket launcher is what you need to solve this problem?
These like stun batons seem more reasonable. But a rocket launcher...
Yep, and there's the use of one.
Look out!
Could this get any worse?
It can always get worse.
So you're just doing a fight.
Move them.
Yeah, shield guy.
Yeah.
They're stealing a chopper.
So we haven't talked much about this. You've been talking about like managing your inventory of gadgets, but how does that work? Are there like pickups? Do they replenish over time?
They
replenish over time.
And depending on the difficulty is how often they refill. So like for a friendly neighborhood, every couple enemies you just get a gadget. Refill instantly. For ultimate, I actually don't know for ultimate because I barely touched that difficulty.
They tweak it so that you get it more often. Because otherwise it's a run, but they use a lot of focus shenanigans, like the top bar that we never use and talk about in this run.
Love the optimism, but in my experience, when it
Could
looks
skip that a
bad,
while ago. I'm done.
Too focused on talking right now. So yep, now we're in another prison called the Raft, which holds every supervillain.
So some of these actually go back into their cell, so they do take us up on our offer. I find hilarious.
So you meet Rhino in that cutscene.
Scorpion here.
Good web strike there.
Not really. Electro, Rhino, and now
That was a perfect fight.
What's going on in the rest of the prison?
It's tighter than the last two guys a bit faster.
I thought this was a chase. Tracking Electro. Gotta stop this guy.
So yep, we already know 3 of the villains. And we have a mini chase sequence.
Tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you. Nobody ever takes me up on that offer.
Also, Electro is voiced by Josh Keaton, who was the voice of Peter in Spectacular Spider-Man.
Long time no see. We're going to have so much fun.
Sorry, no time to talk.
Okay, I got the security cameras back online.
How's it look?
Well, it looks like the entire population of the Raft has escaped, including Martin Lee. That makes 5 of your work.
Yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man is a great show.
I need to watch that.
It was canceled though in the middle of season 2, I think.
And now the longest cutscene in the game.
Yep, this is an unskippable cutscene.
Because the animators put a lot of work into this, and they want you to admire that.
Oh, you got the rain thing on the skybox. Nice.
Where'd you get it?
Wait, what's going on? Is that just a bug that happens sometimes?
Yeah, I get it often.
Didn't even see it. I will just yelling out during the cutscene. I'm actually usually going to the bathroom during the cutscene.
So yeah, here we get the whole Sinister Six reveal.
My phone reacted to me going, "What's going on?" loudly. It's like, no, I'm not talking to you.
Good idea. In fact, we don't have to do this.
Also, yeah, Rhino is massive in this game. He's like 8 feet tall, I think, in this.
It's a good point in chat. Like, why are the villains' super suits at the jail instead of like secure police storage?
I have no idea.
They're not the best. So Rodriguez kick you repeatedly, which is great. Because they have all these superpowers, and the only thing they can do is just take a guy when he's down.
And if you're counting, there was 5 villains there, and here's the 6th.
It looks amazing.
Oh, hi! Such a twist. Who would have seen this
Yeah.
coming?
First and final word.
So, during like way early on in the game, where you go to the lab after like all the crime stuff, you actually work on your suit there, but then Otto notices that you have the suit there and kind of knows that you're Spider-Man.
Go.
Again, the villains are so bad at being villains. Why don't you just kill the hero?
Well, in that one, he actually feels bad. He's killing his, protege. So he's just like, maybe we can just go and avoid that.
Yeah, he just throws him off a massive prison.
We'll live. There's water there. Everyone knows as long as you fall into water, you're perfectly fine.
Except he landed on the...
Also, during that cutscene you just skipped, Otto released the Devil's Breath across the city.
Yeah, minor plot points.
Why? What?
Because Otto is evil.
I don't understand the point.
Oh, it looks bad for the mayor that a biological weapon was released in his city, and that's actually the reasoning.
Who's gonna care about politics when everybody dies?
Yeah, no, all the people are gonna die.
I don't understand. We're gonna make a major political upheaving by killing everyone. Otto?
Oh yeah, Pudding, he knows. He knew from, like, the second lab visit.
How did I let this happen?
Just got a call from the hospital. They said you went AWOL.
I need to get back to work.
The doctor said you still have 14 broken
Also, yep, 14 broken bones.
192
All because of that.
Thanks for taking
I
care
mean,
of
he
me, by the
did
way.
get kicked a lot.
The hard part was keeping you hidden from Satan's. They've branded you a priority target, you know.
I humbly accept the honor. What is happening to our city, Yuri?
I don't know. Feels like the end of the world.
And now we reload to avoid a slightly longer wait.
Yeah, for some reason, this is the only instance where you can reload the checkpoint and waiting for the next mission to pop up is actually faster.
That's because I'm pretty sure it's otherwise pretty bugged.
Yeah.
I'm here to help.
It's most likely due to Yuri taking a while to start talking to you.
I'm trying to think of like what bones he could have broken that he'd still be able to swing around like this.
Yeah, he's perfectly fine. It looks like.
It's hard to think of some with it being 14. Like,
I'm on it. This is our
if it was a
city, Yuri.
couple, then it would be
Time to
like,
take it
okay, maybe a
back.
couple of his ribs got fractured. But that's like all his ribs.
I'll update you when we make progress. For now,
A couple of ribs, maybe like a collarbone.
Collarbone's a good one, yeah. Tailbone?
Rib.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, throughout the city, there's prisoners, demons, just every faction is out in the city right now.
There are slightly fewer just common thugs.
Yeah.
That kind of crime has gone down, so really it's just not equal. I mean, so what if there were snipers and rocket launchers everywhere? Like, look how many sniper rifles there are. And look how many rocket launchers there are. Why are there so many?
Because the military mercenaries are all trying to kill you for some reason, even though there was a bio-weapon attack? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they have higher priorities?
You think, but to be fair, we are kind of a menace to the city.
This is true. We are a menace.
Peter,
We've done about $1 billion of property damage.
the prison break turned
Yeah,
the
we
city
have.
upside down
We
overnight.
deserve to go to
I'm
jail.
fine, May. Staying safe. I'm more worried about you.
Oh no, don't you do that. Feast is the safest
So
place in
you
the
could
city
see
right
how
now.
there's like
Our sister
there's
location's
fires going
uptown.
on.
Not
is just really bad in the city right now.
He's
Let's
kind
hope
of
it
just
stays that way.
exploding, basically.
I'll stop by when I can, May. Love you.
You too, Peter.
And you notice how helpful the Avengers are over there.
Yeah.
Oh, there is an Avengers Tower. I didn't notice that.
You actually get a trophy for being on top of the Avengers Tower.
And then just jumping down.
So I assume at this point we're looking for a way to turn the bioweapon into the actual cure it's supposed to be? Something along those lines?
We just get an antidote to the virus. It doesn't end that well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking it'd be like find a way to activate it to be the cure-all that it was supposed to be.
Well, we just remove the screw-up.
Okay.
Nothing gets better.
It only gets worse from here. Let's just say that right now.
Oh no.
The resolution to this game is things suck slightly less. Than like right before the resolution. Like it's definitely much worse than when we started.
Yeah, I mean the city's been roughed up pretty bad. A bioweapon just got released. 6
Everything's on
supervillains just
fire.
broke out of prison.
Yep. Got some Sable agents talking in the distance.
And we
about
have
how
the
Spider-Man's
world's
dead.
best hearing. Seriously, imagine how far down they are and we can hear them.
Got some good ears.
As all spiders do. Their well-known hearing ability with all those ears they have.
Okay, Captain, got eyes on. Fill me in.
Rhino's assaulting the upper
You
west
have as many
precinct.
eyes as you
Electro's
do.
at the upper
That's
east.
just a universal natural law.
Turn the tide. Head to either. They're
So yep,
both
now we got
equally screwed.
Electro and Rhino attacking at the same time. In different districts.
So is this a choose one or you have to do both?
You get to choose which one you want to go to first, but you have to do both regardless.
The Veteran Center in Harlem. What's wrong?
Well, we made a crazy decision and went for the one that was closer to us.
Yeah.
Miles and I are headed there to evacuate the staff.
A lot of contention in the community about that one.
Meet you in Harlem. May sounds exhausted. I really hope she isn't sick. We need to help Yuri, then get to Harlem. Yuri,
So you could see Electro in the distance with all the lightning going on.
Complicated. You'll understand when you get there.
Yuri Watanabe, master of suspense.
Attention units, escaped prisoners are caught in the fire.
This could be a very finicky mission because sometimes the crazy helicopter with the transformer on it, which somehow exists, can be a bit screwy.
Wait. Now he's flying with the power of electricity?
Yes.
It's a comic book, man.
And he also trapped police officers inside the building.
Not electrocuting them inside the building.
Just
Very
trapped them
good
in.
job.
I'm gonna have to disable these transformers to free your men.
Even if you manage that, they'll still
I
need your
know
help
that.
with the demons.
No, you did.
That's why I'm here. Ready to
Wait, no, did you? It might be really close for that. Might be like maybe a couple web shots. Two left? Okay, so you did get the helicopter one, I think. Good use of the ground strike there.
Let's slow me down for me. I think I need to dodge out of it.
The police are free, but demons aren't backing down. Need
So
to
now
lend
we're
a
fighting
hand.
demons.
Take out some of the guys that are hard to kill.
You need to get rid of that swordsman, though.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah, I
that's
know.
one down.
What's next?
Get to the Upper West Side. We're trying to shelter civilians, but Rhino isn't making it easy.
He never does. On my way. Miles left a voicemail.
Pete. Hey, Pete. Hey, May wanted me to call you.
Fortunately, this guy did not call like 5 minutes ago when we were just waiting around doing nothing. Like, just as you had to go do stuff with Scorpion and Electro, like, oh yeah, stuff. Fortunately, I found the water over there.
Yeah, Central Park can be really difficult to swing in sometimes.
Central Park's kind of just the worst.
Attention units. Snipers have officers pinned down. Proceed to Morningside.
And Big Rhino Boy.
I guess part of his skin, like, he literally just has that there to go say, hey, I got biceps.
Yeah, that's just so you can have some tickets to the gun show.
Yuri, Rhino's on the move, but former guests of Rikers are laying into your police barricades. I'm gonna even the odds.
Oh wow, he actually got rid of that first area fast.
This bomb's actually really annoying.
And then you got 4 areas on the rooftop to clear out.
Spider-Man, up top! Convicts are open. One roof clear.
Deal with Spider-Man's back.
That web shot just knocked somebody off like a 5-story building.
Yeah, when you do that in this game, there's a mechanic to where they don't fall to the ground, they just get webbed to the side of a building. Like automatically.
I just despawned a set of,
Wait, really?
Yep, I've been working on that one. If you get to the next building before they show up, I'm pretty sure they despawn a thing.
Anyone else feeling very 1984 right now? Oh, just me? Come on, anybody? That's it for Sable's airborne commandos.
Okay, that guy just fell with his jetpack not working.
Yeah.
And there's presumably
He'll also get webbed.
There's presumably fuel in that jetpack.
And I just found out what it means to be Sable's priority target. Not fun.
That'll teach you to piss off international mercenaries.
Guess so. Okay, I need to sign off for a bit.
Oh, right, it's comic book, so his jetpack started working 5 feet before the ground. Right? That's how that works.
That only makes everything better. Yeah, you're getting it. I always overshoot this.
Peter, thank God. We need you at the Veterans Center. Where are you?
I got held up. Are you okay? What's happening?
So yeah, Ant-Man and Miles are trapped inside this burning building.
Miles is usual.
Oh, we could have another Miles mission.
A bit. But not...
yeah. Not right now.
You said that and I assumed we were going to cut to a mission of him just like leading Aunt May through the fire or something.
No escort missions in this game. Thankfully. Can't imagine how... And that's not true. The DLC has escort missions. Right, police convoys.
I don't think there's escort missions in the DLCs.
The where you have to escort the police convoys, and you have to.
Oh yeah,
Interforce.
Miles is watching Feast.
That's like one mission though. And that's it.
It's one mission for the campaign, but it's a recurring crime.
Spider-Man, here to lend a hand?
Thought you might need one, officer.
You don't know the half of it. Never seen anything like this devil's breath stuff. Forensics is having a hell of a time.
So, how many times have you ran this game? I'll answer for both of us. A lot.
Some residue on this.
Yeah.
Maybe I can isolate it.
I'm looking at my total playtime, and it's $178 for me.
I actually don't know what my playtime is.
This looks promising. Oscorp's modified CPF-1. Definitely Devil's Breath. Should be able to track the dispersal path now.
Yep, now we gotta find the source of where Otto
goes in a few directions.
Even though it was already shown in a cutscene.
Did Spider-Man just open Detective Vision?
Yeah.
Trail leads down.
We had Batman Vision.
What was Otto
Yeah,
doing
it's like
up here?
Go with it.
It's like we're in an Arkham game now.
Access hatch around here.
Ban Arkham game.
Is it a fun game to run? I'd say so.
I mean, I've spent 179 hours doing it, so I would hope so.
I have not played it myself, but I've heard a lot of really good things from the speedrunners of this game. A lot of people seem to enjoy it.
Using this as a staging ground? The menu. What's this now? UV bulb. Huh, nothing happened. Must be a way to get that lamp.
What skin is this? This is the Spider Clan outfit, which is in one of the DLCs.
The Devil's Breath anti-serum. Using something called Icarus? Icarus. This is it.
Hi, Otto.
Hello, Spider-Man. We've never been properly introduced. I'm
Otto Octavius. There is no Icarus, is there?
No. Martin needs no assistance to secure the anti-serum. Icarus was a ruse
Look
to
at that
get
eye
you into
animation.
position.
It's just beautiful. Alright, so coming up, we have a really weird skip we're gonna do. Boat, can you explain that better than I can?
Okay, so we're going to be heading into a boss fight that has both Vulture and Electro. Normally, if you play this casually, you would have to go for Electro first, and then you'd be put into a cutscene where Spuddy will mention Rocky. But what we do is we can do a series of jumps and just go to Vulture first.
The important thing is that Spider-Man references it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man does what?
He references the movie Rocky.
Oh.
He says, "Yo, Adrian, it's me, Spider-Man."
Oh my god.
Trap failed? Softened him up. Time for plan B.
So, while also doing this, there is a weird thing that can happen to where the fight will just get prolonged. Because Electro will just be stuck when it was supposed to advance the fight. So let's hope that doesn't happen here now that I've talked about it.
That works, right?
So yeah, you can get on top of this, do a charge jump, and just go right to Vulture.
Spider-Man! I must break you.
And then Spidey gets happy.
You got it! You got my joke! I'm so happy I can almost stop fighting!
Because at least a supervillain got his jokes.
Oh my god, he said I must break you in response.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Time to do some damage.
Amazing what a little teamwork can achieve, ain't it?
You might get the bug here, by the looks of it. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Oh no, you didn't get it. Nice.
Just a lot of hit stuns for no reason.
Oh, more property damage. Okay, it's been a while.
It's gonna get worse before we're done.
It'd be fun to see one of those YouTube videos where people go through movies and they like total up property damage and crimes done by the heroes.
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite one I saw for that was one of like Home Alone.
Oh my god.
Injury list. Happened if this happened to a person. I did one for Home Alone 2, and it was just the scene of the kid revolving bricks, and it just goes concussion, concussion.
Yeah.
Well, multiple people have studied the first movie with the paint cans and like, yeah, that would snap your neck and kill you.
I haven't seen Home Alone in so long. Like
It's a
maybe
really odd movie to watch back as an adult, because you go, that's a psychopath. By that fact.
I probably haven't seen Home Alone in like 10 years.
It starts off innocent enough, and then there's just, yeah, sadistic stuff from the kid. It's like, oh, ooh.
At the point where the kid leaves the house and the thieves still just go after him because they've just decided, all right, we're giving up on robbing this place. Now we just want to murder this child. But it's just all around not a good movie. At that point, oh, this is kind of dark for a children's movie for Christmas.
It's a children's movie. I mean, it's a Christmas movie. It's a happy ending. They come back together in the end.
Is it a happy ending? They immediately start ignoring him again. In the same scene.
Yuri, Vulture and Electro are down. 4 to go.
So our mission is to now go see what Scorpion is doing, and what he's doing is he's trying to poison the water, which would hurt New York even more.
Yeah, is that even necessary at this point? Like,
you have Devil's Breath out.
That's just rubbing salt in the wound.
What the?
And also, yeah, he poisoned us.
Can't be. This
There's
can't
a
be real.
segment where the floor is lava, and you have to do mobility stuff.
Gotta get to higher ground.
Getting hallucinated versions of an enemy.
Oh, the scarecrow stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Scarecrow, I think they have like a Ra's al Ghul segment in City.
Yeah.
I was really just playing that this morning. So yeah, no.
Okay, should be safe for a minute.
Yeah, you were joking about it at the start, but this really is just an Arkham game with Spider-Man.
Yeah, when the game was like revealed, a lot of people were drawing comparisons to the Arkham games.
They're right, but I still prefer this game to the Arkham games.
My brain will create nightmares that my body
Spider-Man.
thinks are real.
And pretty much exclusively that.
I have to create the antidote fast.
And the movements are so much better.
Extract from an Eclipta alba plant should do the
And then all you have to work with is a very stiff grappling cloth and gliding. This, you're doing everything you can possibly do. Feels like you're Spider-Man moving through.
There's the greenhouse.
And have rolling quickly. You can go for.
So now he's trying to find a cure to get rid of this poison, which is a plant and
chemicals?
Yeah, I think so. Atropine? I'm pretty sure.
It can be both.
Probably. That sounds right. And he just knows how to build this at the top of his head because he has all of the pieces. You can get through
this. Doc, you sound
like I did.
You want me to work on a robotics project? No problem. You want me to build a custom antidote for a random toxin? Yeah, why not?
I have to fix this. Fix you. Somehow.
So that's one down.
This is technically a loading screen. I've not figured that out for a while.
This falling is a loading screen.
Yeah, a lot of games have done this sort of thing recently. Like in Mirror's Edge, the huge metal doors that open slowly are loading screens. Just ways to make it not look like a loading screen, you know?
Permanent antidote. One of Harry's research.
It's weird because they have so many of those.
Synthetic atropine. Gotta get there fast.
We're gonna be a bit slow during the movement here because otherwise the Scorpion Tail don't like the way we move, so...
Yep.
Also the floor is constantly rising, which makes it difficult to do standard near floor movement. Really risky. You can actually die here even in the easiest difficulty, and that's just wasted.
Yeah, if you go into the poison too much, it will just eat all your health.
This segment is an actual nightmare for Ultimate.
Are there like more tails the entire way, or
just more damage applied when you fall into the poison?
Oh my god.
So like... I had the world record for this thing for a while because no one touched it, and even on that run, there was like probably like 2.5 minutes I spent in this segment because the tails would just constantly kill me. It was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it's like normal enemies. It's like 2 hits before you die, which is intense. It might be 3 hits, because I know it stops you from instantly dying and puts you at 1 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. That's a little mini skip there.
I'm sorry. I'll find a way to help you. I swear.
Sometimes the camera decides to kill you there. Because it's speedrunning. The camera's not killing you, you're not doing it.
So this is the required, the main villain is just misunderstood section?
It's more of just, here's how he screwed up. No one's arguing he's not screwed up, it's just why he is. And why, has he changed? Is he the same person? Flexing that, so props to them for that, but
Nearly cured. Sorry to bust up your
also doing it by ripping off Batman. And most other things. There are a lot of those in video games, just in general. I wonder how many people decided that they were gonna try drugs because they saw video games like, I wonder if it's like this.
I think it might have dissuaded more people than persuaded.
Yeah.
I guess if hallucinations were just literally just pummeling you to death, you'd want to do what?
Yeah.
Fair argument.
Also, I think this is another loading screen.
Right?
It takes a while.
And the music cues. I think the music cues run that to me. Like, oh.
You're just like us, trying to steal my genius. Everything that happens now is your fault. Thought I forgot about you.
Scorpion, are you even real? Hold still. That gave me an opening. Another hallucination.
So we're gonna be put into a fight with multiple Scorpion clones, which are all just hallucinations. There's like 6 of them, I think.
Is this a you have to kill all of them or you have to kill the right one type of fight?
All of them.
Okay.
It was the other way.
At least they're relatively easy to get rid of.
Throw the drums out because sometimes it will like hit the Scorpion before I do. So when I web them up, they get them to back.
Another one down.
The world will be better off without you.
Got it.
Are bosses tough in this game? On Ultimate, yes.
I can barely stand up. There's the centrifuge I need.
And some of the bosses are tough. Lee is probably tough, and what? I can see Scorpion being tough in Ultimate. Kingpin's still Kingpin.
Also, good cutscene here.
I think I did it.
Amazing has different undies than the actual undies suit.
Where'd my suit go?
No, it's the same.
I think I took decontamination a little too far.
He's wearing tidy whities in that.
I'd better put some clothes on. Much better.
You know, the 3 chest hairs, not the 3 weapons. Now we get to check in with Taskmaster again after remembering he's in this game. And just wait around a bit.
Yep. Time for another waiting segment.
Need to work the last of this poison out of my system before I tackle the other villains.
This one's 3
Time to go
minutes?
on patrol.
I'm pretty sure.
Take your wait for it.
I like that in chat. I better put on some clothes. Changes art style.
Thanks, creepy stalker guy.
Yeah, there's also the vintage comic book suit, which has like
You keep leaving me tasks?
the same like shading. There's also the Into the Spider-Verse suit.
Oh, there's a Spider-Verse suit? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the good Spider-Verse suit.
I guess which one is it? There's a lot of Spider-Verse suits, aren't there?
It's the Peter B. Parker suit, which is, you know, fat belly Peter in that movie.
All right, so when do we get the Spider-Ham game?
Spider-Ham? Give me Spider-Ham.
It's gonna happen eventually. It may be a mobile game, but we're gonna get it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, that character was so great. We gotta get more of it.
So Spider-Man Noir takes the cake in that movie. Nicolas Cage.
Voiced by Nicolas Cage, by the way.
Okay to give up on a friend.
It'd be great just to have, like, one of those noir investigation games and just Spider-Ham.
Understandable, though. The high-minded
I
generous
can honestly see that.
say never. Being a true
Even
friend
with the
means
issue like that,
letting
that has seemed
people lose
very
their way. That's
in
always what Otto's
theme.
done. I just don't know, Pete. I guess you have to decide if the Otto Octavius you think is still in there or not. Maybe if he was ever
Also, there was a Ratchet and Clank Easter egg with air tricks.
Thanks, MJ.
There's 4 of them, and if you do all 4 of them,
Call me anytime.
you'll get what's called a Spidey McMarks, which is a reference to a Twisty McMarks if you do the same thing in the original Ratchet and Clank for the hoverboard races.
Yeah.
What's the status of our position in Touchdown? We have detained an unauthorized gathering of civilians.
Good old Insomniac, acknowledging their fine works.
Insomniac did Ratchet?
Yeah, Insomniac made Ratchet.
Insomniac has a good record.
Yeah, Ratchet, Spyro, Sunset Overdrive. Got good games.
This is Sable Control. What's the situation?
I like how in these waiting sections where we're waiting for a mission to spawn, we eventually just get a point where Team Malicia's like, okay, I'm done screwing around. Just gonna stand here.
Yeah.
Just out of interesting things to do, you know?
I'm also just worried. I'm like, it's gonna load soon, isn't it? And then I'm like, well, I should probably wait until it loads and just sit here, but what if it loads then? So I'm like, I'm just gonna not stop screwing around after a bit.
Also, Miles mission.
Miles mission!
This is the final Miles mission in the game?
Yes. Also the best Miles mission in the game. Fun stuff.
So much for a milk run. How did a bunch of convicts even do this?
It's still not really a necessary mission, because Miles isn't going to do those.
Beast needs those antibiotics. Need to distract him. Hacking apps should work.
We do a lot of shoulder touches here.
I really like to call it the shoulder touch as a reference to Spider-Verse.
Right. And it works so well.
Yeah.
And then go around them.
More supplies over there.
If only he just went,
Need to get
hey,
past these guys.
during one
Hey.
of them.
Yeah.
The guy is terrible at his job, but we literally go right past him.
Another supply.
Just like there's a small chance whenever you did a shoulder touch with Miles, just goes, hey.
Oh, he turned fast.
Gotta avoid that sniper.
Yeah, that one guy will instantly turn around sometimes.
Because I stepped back on the glass. Alright, now for the actually hard part of this segment.
Don't think he saw me. Time to get out of here.
Whoever it is, come out! I have no time for...
That time? Maybe I can sneak beneath him.
Come out, small one.
So he went for a little mini skip to where you'd be forced to hack that thing to distract Rhino, but if you time it correctly, you can just run to the latch.
Moving forward is right past him.
And you can do the same thing when he turns there. You just run right past him.
Rhino is not the smartest in this game.
We're just learning more and more that crouching low to the ground and jogging makes you invisible.
Like, everyone should be doing that. With a slow Naruto run and stealthy Naruto run while leaning down, you are at optimal running.
Oh no, you compared it to a Naruto run and now you've broken my brain. Like, oh no. I'm imagining Miles, like, doing a low Naruto run through the city and
He's basically doing it if it's not for the arms.
Yeah, I'm imagining the arms being added in and it's just so silly.
Now we gotta wait around while the game loads, because it doesn't recognize how fast we can go.
Yeah, it puts you into the city there. So, I think we have 4 missions left in the run?
Yeah. And one of them barely counts. Minutes.
Incredible work, Miles. Stick close
To
to Feast.
do a little bit of movement here because we can't fast travel until the
Till Miles stops.
I'll let you know.
Great. Thanks, Miles.
And this mission is just a boss fight with Scorpion and Rhino.
I mean, if you do it right, it looks amazing. And if you do it like me, it looks much less so.
What story implication does Miles have in this story? We'll talk about that later. It comes up later on.
It's none. It is none. Has impact in a future game. That does not count.
Yuri, figured out Rhino's deal. He's attacking Oscorp's relief centers.
Be adamant about that. Ooh, okay. Spider drones.
Oh, you don't have spider drones? Oh boy. I hope it doesn't make the cycle bad.
Well,
you should still be fine.
Oh.
Ron first and Spidey.
He's just really mad.
Oh, dude, that's perfect for Rhino. Wow. Let's go.
I managed to make that catastrophe work out. And again, we have to wait for the call to happen before we can fast travel, so we just try and move the bunker as close as possible.
So yep, the next mission is going to be the final MJ mission.
I'd expect nothing less from our beloved mayor.
It's by far the longest MJ mission.
Yep.
Does that mean it's our last stealth mission?
It is our last
Indeed. Gotta head up to the building right next to you.
Sometimes that motor can be pretty finicky.
Yeah, it can.
Okay, MJ, I'm a couple blocks away. Let me know if you get into trouble.
Ah, loading screens.
I like games like some of the
Wish me luck.
Katamari games where it just gives you something silly to do on the load screen.
That's another game I need to play.
Need to get into the
I don't know what Katamari is.
You get the head of the king of all cosmos, and you can control it and move it around and make it do silly things while it's loading.
Maybe I can rile them up to create a distraction.
Now, we're kind of a fucking insane person. Because we start conversations with one group of people, and then we just talk to another group of people.
Security let one of his
About that,
biggest back upstairs right away.
Every second we stay down here, we risk catching that plane.
I'm less convinced that they are going up because we convinced them to go up, and more because, hey, there was this crazy person talking to us. Can you fix that, coach?
I heard they'll let you up if you claim special circumstances. The health emergency might do it.
Really? Come on, let's go talk to security.
So there's a thing, if you go too early, you have to circle around again. So you have to wait for a certain point.
Security room's open. Just need to get to the door without being seen.
Everyone, please stay calm. Sable International has nearly finished.
And now for the least consistent cycles for the game.
Oh, yep.
I know a few Sable agents who would love to meet.
We have to make decisions on the fly here. I'm just gonna go for the shock because I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, don't be risky here. You can throw the lure and then do a shoulder touch on that guy to get past him.
Not even that much faster. It's like a second faster.
Yeah.
Elevator controls in the
You still have to do the lure animation and do the shoulder touch,
Mary
which
Jane
takes time.
Watson? Super spy. Time to unlock that elevator.
Also, apparently you can leave through this door, because the first 3 or 4 months I ran this game, I literally went all the way around.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
My mind was genuinely blown when you showed that to me. Like, oh my god.
There's literally like a mission marker there.
I was very confused. I thought it meant like it wanted you to go to the door. The door on the other side, and I was marking that.
Right on cue. Stupid useless button.
So we're going up to Osborn's penthouse.
I'd do some investigating.
Detective work. On where the... Is it where the anti-serum is located?
Yes, we're looking for where the anti-serum is located. And we have to get through this convoluted series of things to figure out where that is.
Norman's guards have all cleared
Over
out.
here, find out there's
hiding
a
something up here.
hidden extra room. Right, and then we naturally go over here to this weird looking helmet thing.
Harry's last day
Put that on.
Yeah, because why would you have this out in the open?
We just put it on just for fun of it. Oh. There's a room over there.
Whoa.
A random
This
helmet.
mask is incredible.
Then, like a spy,
Is it showing a door hidden? The
There we
fat
go.
Norman bids his son farewell.
I have to go find the key
Secret keypad
to
behind
Harry's
the
room
family portrait.
to find out when he left
Norman must
for
like
the
spy movies.
combination. Super straightforward, not at all complicated.
Yeah.
Norman could be back any minute. Need to find that keypad code. Harry's last day.
So you gotta get the
Harry's
key
home.
from the mother's
Police
portrait.
Score. This must be the key for Harry's room.
Casually, this takes forever the first time. It's just so many interconnected things that have like no connection.
What?
Before you can
Be for Harry,
go on.
can it? Harry's journal.
So
The game wise, they're all just sitting downstairs while you're doing this for like half an hour.
That must be the code to that room.
So now we find out that Harry didn't really go to Europe.
Pete, Norman's cure is ready. He's headed to the lab.
He actually has the same disease his mother had, which killed her.
Somebody spiked Sable's coffee
Which is why they made Devil's Breath in the first place.
Yep.
Because they were trying to cure Harry.
Yeah.
What's the turnaround on that guy?
It seems like leaving stunned people in the middle of the hallway would, you know, raise an alarm at some point. Like, not even trying to stash the bodies.
Not even trying.
Yeah, you just leave him on the floor. Yeah, he's moving towards that body.
Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, July 18. Bingo.
Okay, there's a weird hologram thingy that serves no purpose.
Wow. Super. Commercial. Wow. Sable troop deployments. I bet I could GR-27. That's the code name for Devil's Breath.
Alright, so...
MJ gets a little spider attached to her that will let her bite
Got the
people.
lab location.
A person.
And a lot more. How far away are you?
2 avenues over. Say the word and I'm there.
Great.
Alright.
Keep the
Knew there'll be a person here.
No, you should be good. I think the reloading checkpoint actually despawns that guy.
Loads and routes people take in this game can be very wildly.
Need to clear that balcony.
So now they notice that MJ is there, and MJ jumps off the building, and Peter catches her.
As you do. With no warning, really, either. Like, hey, building, jump.
Yeah, it's like, you're up, and just goes.
Doesn't he still have 14 broken bones?
Yes.
I don't think enough time has passed for that to fix.
The spider powers. Everyone knows they set bones very quickly. Spiders.
Alright, second to last mission. So we head to the Oscorp's record lab.
Oh, now in the fast travel ones, you're hiding from the
yeah.
mercs.
Yeah, that happens in like Acts 2 and 3 when they get introduced.
That's pretty funny, I like it.
A lot of awesome things.
Throw their legacies away just to spite Norman.
This definitely doesn't feel like a rush job. They definitely put a lot of time and effort into this.
Yeah, there's a bunch of love put into this game.
Each suit.
Have to take care of these
okay, I have no suit power gadgets whatsoever.
Oh, you have
nothing.
Huh?
And like empty. I mean, nothing happened. You didn't see anything.
Wait, did you not get rid of that one guy by pulling that down?
I think I did.
Because the icon was still up. I was confused. Oh, we threw a nade.
Now, my men will handle this.
Sable? Lee wiped out the agents stationed here. They're not handling anything.
Alright, that should have recharged a lot of my gadgets. I don't know. I think I just burned all of them on Scorpion for some reason.
Sable made good on her threat, but these guys aren't looking to team up.
So for these Sable jetpack guys, they're actually really easy to take out with just punching and gadgets, because you can actually just throw a trip mine on them, and they'll just fall to the ground.
They are certainly a pain in ultimate.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it until you mentioned the grenade there. Like, I remember that was a big thing watching J-Hobbs do the ultimate thing GD2X. He was just dealing with grenades constantly.
Yeah.
The enemies just don't throw them as much on the easy difficulty, I guess.
We move past them before we can actually care about them.
Oh, okay.
Like, they have the same amount of grenades, it's just you don't really care because the grenades are useless.
I guess if you're taking out the enemies faster, you're not staying in the same area long enough for grenades to be an issue?
Yeah.
Okay, Lee. No more running. This ends tonight.
I'm not sure I can get that in.
I have to find a way to reach.
So now we're in a memory segment with Martin Lee.
I know about the accident. I know what happened to your
So,
parents.
the accident is referring to Osborn actually experimented on Martin Lee.
Here. And then he goes boom. And then his parents died because they were in the room.
Yep.
Somehow the doctor was right next to him. Did not go boom.
So when he went boom, that's when he got his, like, negativity powers?
Yeah.
I try.
The menu.
But to truly honor them, Osborn must see.
Oh, that was a good double web zip there.
It's funny because like, if you watch this game, I feel like people who watch this game be run, and then people who actually run it, like, oh wow, that's so cool. And then you see double web zip. Oh wow, nice movement there.
So yep, this is the Martin Lee boss fight. Relatively simple.
You sometimes get a one cycle there on the first phase, but you have no idea how it works, so it's kind of difficult.
There is no advantage. It's just cosmetic. It's a runner's choice.
Yeah, it's one of the nice things. Somebody was saying they would like to see the suits have like more actual utility, but it just means that every runner can use whatever suit they want. So it's a little flavor, easy to tell who's running by what suit they like, you know.
They'll have our own little suits for New Game Plus. The guy who has world record usually uses the Far From Home suit, or you could use the advanced suit. You could use this suit.
So yeah, reloading last checkpoint to get the quad damage suit power back.
I know you can beat the demon, Martin.
To make this fight relatively faster.
I am the demon.
That is a big demon. Big.
Yeah. I think he teleported there.
This will all be over soon.
I sure hope.
The fight should be almost over.
I wish I had one more phase. Take a while in this fight for some reason.
Yeah, Lee can be a troll sometimes.
Okay.
Oh, he went right into that web strike.
My will is strong. This will all be over soon.
Quad damage should get him down right here.
Not.
Nope. Maybe not. Nope.
I do a lot of time anyway, I think. And sometimes this fight just kills me.
This fight can be a pain sometimes.
See this one, yeah.
Yep, there it is.
This please skip.
Alright, adding to the final mission.
We had an out of bounds that we got in after the end of the fight. Did some crazy out of bounds stuff. Did the weird cutscene stuff, like weird thing with cutscenes. Behind the door, and we skipped that entire fight with a really weird glitchy sequence.
Yeah, there was a skip where you could skip that boss fight, but for some reason now it just crashes your game.
Really? Like it didn't used to crash and now it does?
Yeah.
That's really weird. Makes it sound like they tried to fix it but failed.
And what's his name? Can you unfix it so we can do it again? It's a really cool skip to show off.
Your last chance to upgrade gear before the story
Oh,
ends.
no. Unfortunately, this is where the game decides it's going to be very pedestrian, and we have a suit forced upon us. So say goodbye to our animes.
So yeah, you're forced to wear a certain suit and have a certain suit power for this final mission. And this is the final boss fight with Doc Ock.
Honestly, takes far more punishment than he reasonably should because we have superpowers and he has a spider vest on.
Just tell me when timing ends.
Alright. Won't be for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, I just don't know when it is. So.
You get there.
Yeah, I'll let you know beforehand.
Thank you. Hopefully without scaring me as much as the start with.
Yeah, it startles you. Yeah.
The first one startles everybody, including the runners.
Oh, you got the 1 cycle for the second phase there? Changing the suit is, just the game. You're supposed to have the suit on.
I think I still have like a minute of time save here from my last PB. An atrocious last time I...
Such a disappointment. Parker.
He knew.
This is a very good cutscene though.
Yeah.
I tried to warn you.
The end of this game is really good.
Didn't listen. You knew. I won't let you win.
He looks like he's about to cry while he's trying to kill Peter.
Too much to me.
Well, it is raining.
No, just his expression on his face. It's so
Alright,
sad.
time is coming up soonish. Vortex. I see you drop by for the end of it.
Oh yeah, Vortex is here, the world record holder. He's a really good runner.
Look, that's how you avoid getting touched.
Alright, so it should be a couple more hits, and then that would be time.
Is there a visual cue for it?
When, yeah, a cutscene will start. We'll let you know. It should be about 5 hits, I think. And time.
Is your PB on speedrun.com up to date? Because if so, I think that was a PB.
Yeah, that was a PB. That was a PB.
I think my PB's 337. I just didn't bother to update it because...
Oh, it is? It's a 337?
Changed the leaderboard any, so I didn't bother. Would have been a very nice PB had I, I missed 2 minutes for no reason.
Yeah, that one was unfortunate, but it's still a great run. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Do you have any shoutouts to give while we're...
I just shout out to the Spider-Man community. So we have Sergio, who is the best tech guy we ever had. He's constantly finding new scripts for us. Killing Vortex and a compatriots in the NG Plus category. And we also have, let's see, Tesla, C Average, and J Hobbs and Leo Peace running the
DLCs.
I think I'm good for shoutouts. You both?
I would be just saying the same thing. Of just Spider-Man community and just everyone in it. And how amazing everyone is in this community.
I saw you as a son.
Thanks for having me and letting me share some disability awareness.
Just like all the others.
Yeah, thanks for coming on and playing a great game and, sharing with us how it affected you. Just as a quick reminder, we are going to have another show tomorrow. It's going to be Shin Megami Tensei 2 at 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you stay tuned for that. And AGDQ 2020 schedule will be out October 16th. So thank you everybody for watching. But we are going to toss you over to Tip of the Hats, which is running this weekend. So it's a wonderful cherry marathon. If you've never seen them before, you should definitely worth checking them out. You should watch them for a bit. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with Shin Megami Tensei.
Everything I wanted to be. You just threw it away.
Yes, of course. You're right, Peter. Oh, I see that now.